our season ends is when theirs is getting cranked up in the playoffs, and there's a lot of really good football on. If you'll tune it in and give it an opportunity, it's a really fun, good to watch product, and those kids play with their hair on fire. It's a great, great level of football. I respect the hell out of that level of football. I'm just telling you. Very good coaching, very good players.
I know there's a lot of Columbia Central High School kids that have gone there.
That's cool.
To play football.
That's cool. And, Greg, I appreciate you. Look, Greg calls junior college sports. I respect you. You get up every day. You practice. I don't care what college you're at. You go out there and you put in the effort and put in the time. But that Bobby Wilder guy, man, he is a character now. We'll get another call in. We'll do this. We'll continue with more after this. TB here for Cedar Bluff Plumbing, a live and local company that's been serving our area for over 32 years and counting, because every customer counts, and I mean no job is too small. Cedar Bluff Plumbing just voted #1 by City View magazine because multiple plumbing experts are on call to serve all your plumbing needs. Chances are there'll be a plumber in your area when you call, and they won't send some salesman to your house. You're going to get a high character, trustworthy, highly trained plumber who will serve you, not like some of these guys that look like they came off the set of America's Most Wanted. Cedar Bluff Plumbing is Basilio tested and approved, and will go the extra mile for you because Chucky Mack is a servant of the people and my consigliere to the throne, celebrating over 32 years of serving living volunteers. Cedar Bluff Plumbing. Call 588-4448. That's 588-4448. Cedar Bluff Plumbing.
College football fans, Chris Fowler here with the play call. This season, go for Dose with ice-cold, refreshing Dos Equis. It's more than a single play. It's a mindset. Think of it as a 2-point conversion for real life. Taking the risk, making the bold move. Whenever we get the chance to go big, we take it. On the field and off, always go for Dose with Dos Equis.
Enjoy Dos Equis responsibly. Favorite 2024 Dos Equis Lager Especial Beer, imported by Cervezas Mexicanas, White Plains, New York.
Achillio here, and my friends at Carnes Motor Company started with a dream over a quarter century ago. I met Rob and Brian back when I still had hair, and they were working at a huge dealership in West Knoxville. But they told me back then they wanted to sell cars on their terms, and I wanted to do radio on my terms. Their terms, just like my terms, are ultimately your terms. In both cases, you're the winner. A Car Guru's National Award winner with a 5-star rating on all sites, just like our Vols. Everything about buying a car from Carnes Motor Company is no hassle. They specialize in high-quality pre-owned vehicles between the $5,000 to $25,000 range. And if you need to sell a car, they'll either buy your car or they'll help you sell it. Carnes Motor Company also has a top-notch service department. Therefore, every vehicle is rigorously inspected and serviced prior to delivery. So you're guaranteed to get a quality pre-owned vehicle every time. If you need a place for service, they've got you covered. Come be a part of the Carnes Motor Company family and tell them you heard about it from me. Online at carnesmotor.com. Oak Ridge Highway, 1 mile past the Carnes light. Carnes Motor Company. Preparing food for a big gathering can really take it out of you. That's why you need to call Calhoun's and check out their selection of party platters. Whether you're hosting a party for the big game, a reunion, or just an everyday gathering, a Calhoun's party platter is next level. Choose from Calhoun's always excellent chicken tenders, fly with Calhoun's wings, or boneless wings with a variety of dipping sauces, award-winning next-level melt-in-your-mouth barbecue ribs, or delicious spinach artichoke dip, or get one of each. Plus, if you're doing burgers or sandwiches, Calhoun's has lots of side dishes like spinach Maria, baked cinnamon apples, Smoky Mountain baked beans, or creamy coleslaw. Available in pints, quarts, and gallons. And to finish things off, pick up one of Calhoun's great desserts to go, including homemade cheesecake or key lime pie. Calhoun's, simply your go-to party headquarters. With 9 locations all over East Tennessee, you can order online and just pick it up. Calhoun's, one of the Copper Cellar family of restaurants, along with Chesapeake's, Copper Cellar, Corner 16, Cherokee Grill, and Smoky Mountain Brewery. Eat local, eat good. Huge black guy for Major College Football today is the chair of the committee. A shout out to Clarky Boy. Clarky Boy pays cash. Listen, Huge black eye. My man, William Pattison, on the way next. Love you. Peace.
You're listening to FM 105.7 and AM 1340, WKG in Knoxville, and W289CU Knoxville, Fan Run Radio.
And here we go live from the White Claw Hard Seltzer Studios. It's the Playbook presented by VIP Play on this fine Thursday from Knoxville, Tennessee. Brett Hullander, Allie Campbell, and Alex Sarkis joining you. I'm William Pattison. We appreciate you tuning in however you may be doing so. Happy National Kindness Day, everyone. We've got a special segment at the end of the show that will highlight the Day of Kindness, as we'll be sharing some nice words about some of our favorite players. That's a good idea, right? So we'll be talking about that at the end of the show. Stick around for that one. Should be a lot of fun. But we'll also do our college football buy or sell, as we always do on Thursdays, as we head into week 12. With the college football playoff nearing, all of these get more and more important by the week. And we've got some good buy or sells to do today. Look forward to that. At the end of the hour, I did get in on some action last night. 2 plays. I'll give my best bets recap from that. And also
went well.
Well, I mean, it was okay.
I don't think you'd bring it up unless it went well.
Well, I posted them. I mean, if I post them, I'm going to look, I'm very transparent. I put my full record.
I need to be kind.
Yeah, that's not a good, we're 2 minutes into National Kindness Day and Brett's not being kind. But look, I'm fully transparent. Like I post my record every time and it's profitable.
Win or lose. I like
Big time profitable. So I don't mind sharing it. But yes, I did bet on 2 action games. We'll have the recap for that one. Also the look ahead for week 12 on Saturday. We'll also talk Tennessee and New Mexico, which goes down on Saturday. Tony Sanchez, the head coach for the New Mexico State Aggies, had some positive words to say about this Tennessee football team, but at this point in the season, does it even matter the type of praise that he gave? And we'll tip things off, I should say, to use the correct verb. The Vols handle the Ospreys last night. North Florida travels into TBA at FCC, and Tennessee takes control after a little bit of a sluggish start. We'll give the takeaways to that one here in just a bit. But first, let's welcome in the rest of the crew, beginning with Allie. Allie, how are you on this Thursday?
I'm good. I'm wearing my candy cane sweater, so that's good vibes for the day. But William, I'm tired. I covered the basketball game last night with Alex, and I was actually at the arena until 12:30 for crazy reasons. Technical difficulties, if you will, but a little sleepy today, which is okay. It was fun.
That's a late night. But I do like the sweater, though. I complimented her on it earlier. Mm-hmm. Very festive.
Yeah, thank you.
We had some Christmas music playing in the office today.
No way.
Compliments of RB. Walked in this morning. He's actually the one that told me about National Kindness Day.
Well, he was kind first thing I heard as well for Talk Sports.
Yes, he was.
For Cody.
Cody goes to Starbucks and
every morning, right?
Every morning, yes, very often.
Wow.
And, has to get his day started off the right way. Don't blame him.
Yeah, most do.
And it was like a 23-minute pickup, and he did it like an online order, and he just couldn't do it because he would have been late to the show.
Had to decide on what he wanted to do.
Had to decide. He chose
be
his hard-working job.
Yeah, which he's late to quite a bit.
No straight. Brett, it is 1:04.
It's going to be really
hard. It is 1:04
on
Kindness Day, Brett. We are being kind
you
today.
told me 30 minutes ago was this.
Well, that should be an ample amount of time. Do I need to?
I know. Sorry.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Again, National Kindness Day, folks. We're going to be nice today. But Ryan brought Cody his Starbucks. Very nice of him to do that. And it's contagious. I called my mom earlier and asked her who's coming to Thanksgiving this year. So, it's all It's all about kindness.
That
today.
should be a regular
There we go.
occurrence. Is that
I think I talk to my
crazy?
mom every day.
Yeah, what?
I don't call my mom very often,
Well,
unfortunately.
Well,
Guys.
I was the same way in college. I
Yeah.
was.
I talk to my dad, but
I will say, there was a stretch like over the last 2 months. I called her like almost every day. But over the last 2 weeks, I don't know. I've been busy. She's been busy. We just haven't.
It's
talked.
important to know Thanksgiving plans though too. Like,
Right,
when do I
yes.
need to be home?
And we had talked about it 2 weeks
Yeah.
ago, and I'd firmed up my schedule a little bit yesterday. So
My mom and I do voice memos, so you don't have to be like both free, but you can
Yeah.
like share what you're up to, like respond.
I like
I'm
that.
a voice memos
Yeah.
guy too.
Yeah, it's
Not to
best.
my mom, but
I like
to the
some.
group chat.
I like some Snapchat voice memos.
Yeah, oh, big time.
I do that
Big time.
with your
Um,
family.
No, I don't Snapchat
Oh.
my family,
Oh, I was
but
gonna say,
I do it amongst my friends.
Apparently,
Yeah.
Peyton Manning is a big voice memo guy and will
Really?
send like 30-minute long voice memos
My
to
God.
Eli. Eli exposed him for this, and he'll like quiz them on like things that were mentioned
Wow.
later in the voice memo to see if they listened to the whole thing.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's a pretty interesting nugget. I didn't know that.
Mhm.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Bob used to do that for like me and Sam and for
Yeah,
Under
Bob.
Review.
Bob's a voice
He's
memo
a big
guy.
one.
Bob's
Like, what
a
is
voice
this
memo guy.
minute-long thing?
I think
I mean, it's better, I guess, than texting it all
I'm
out or
sending
whatever.
like 10-minute monologues.
Wow.
Like, we're just going.
well, it's safer, especially with your heated steering wheel and all the other things down the
Get
road.
sleepy.
You could, do the voice memos as a
I'd
little
just
bit.
be
of a-
nervous. I'd leave that thing on. Road rage happens. And
Oh,
it's just,
well, there's a transcript that comes with it, so it'd pick up
yeah,
everything.
Yeah,
So if you dropped a couple of bad words, it'd show up in there.
not me.
Yeah, no, you're not a bad word
Yeah,
user.
no.
Okay, well, good. Hey, look, that's 106. It's taking 2-minute intervals, but it's taking. We're getting there in terms of the kindness. Brett, how are you on this National Kindness Day?
I'm good. I didn't get to watch a lot of the basketball game last night, but I watched the NBA, the Lakers, and it's funny how people are thinking the Lakers don't need LeBron, and I think it was more evident than ever last night that they still need that man. And it was not a pretty performance against the Thunder. They're a machine right now. So unfortunate watching that, but our guy Connect had a good night, 16 points, 19 minutes. So maybe he's turning a little bit of a corner if he gets some run. But disappointed in the Lakers last night a little bit.
Yeah, I had it on when it was 56-29, and
It was crazy.
I went back to Central Michigan in Buffalo. I do love watching the NBA. Don't get me wrong,
Yeah.
but I'm not.
Well, it was a rough night for you, though, in the NBA.
Oh, it always is. I've lost my joy. I've tweeted it out 3 times.
I did
this
see
week.
your tweets last night.
Didn't
Yeah.
the Grizzlies' leading scorer have 5 points at halftime?
Oh my gosh.
It was. I mean, it was awful. I mean, it's just.
There's no words. I
Not a
don't know how
good
this-
look.
Well, Ja didn't play.
And,
Obviously,
yeah.
that's going to play a fact. Hey,
That shows his importance.
and we're not going
right?
to talk about that
No,
today,
no, we
but
don't.
everyone's saying Morant's the issue, and you're down 31 in the third quarter last night.
Yeah.
Defense is horrible. Offense is horrible. Coach is horrible.
It was the Celtics, but
The Celtics with,
not Jalen.
no,
Yeah.
yeah. Jason
Jason
Tatum's
Tatum.
out.
Yeah.
Jalen Brown's losing his hair, rubbing off on the players.
Peyton Pritchard's lighting it up.
Yeah. Payne Pritchard.
I interviewed him actually in the
Really?
Cape. Yeah.
Allie Campbell reference there.
Mhm.
Wow.
Fun fact.
Alex, how are you? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm
It's
sorry.
not
No,
important.
no. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm
Sorry.
sorry. I'm sorry. National Kindness Day. Finish.
Thank
Please
you.
tell your Payne Pritchard story. It is cool, folks.
There were like 3 people lined up to interview him, and he was throwing out the first pitch. So he did the first 2, and I was the third.
Mhm.
And his like person that was taking him around everywhere said like, you have to go right now. And he said, I will come back to you. And he did. And she was like trying to take him off the field afterwards. And he was like, no, I promised like I would talk to her.
Wow.
So
There
it
we
was
go.
Really sweet. Yeah.
Nice.
Very cool story. Payne,
Yeah.
I mean, I was jealous. I think this summer you sent me a picture of it, and I was like, oh my gosh, Payne Pritchard. And she was like, yeah, I did an interview. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Interviewing an NBA player. I don't think I've even done that. So you've interviewed an NBA player.
I
More
like the way you
credentials.
said that.
What?
I don't think I've even no, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
No, I'm just saying.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
I've interviewed people,
Yes.
but I don't think I've ever interviewed an NBA player. That's all I was saying. National Kindness Day. Alex, how are you?
I'm good. I got out of Food City Center earlier than Allie did last night,
Yeah.
which was nice. She was there late. It's pretty wild. But yeah, I'm good. Played cricket this morning again. in
Oh.
class.
I passed him on with the paddles
Did you?
later. Yes.
So yeah,
Yeah.
I hit whatever the equivalent of a home run is. I pimped it. It was great. But yeah, we're getting ready for New Mexico State this weekend.
Your homework for next Tuesday is to figure out what the term for a home run is in cricket. Or is
Yeah,
there?
well, I'm supposed to know that. I have to write an essay on it due tomorrow.
Well,
So I got to get to
clock's ticking.
Yeah.
If that's the topic of your
1,500 words on cricket, so I got to get moving.
Yeah. Okay. Interesting. Well, hopefully you do that homework, and then for next Tuesday's homework.
I'll have you covered.
Okay. Good deal. All right. Let's get into last night. What went down at TBA at FCC, other than a long night for Allie and Alex. University of Tennessee men's basketball team defeated North Florida 99-66 Wednesday night at Food City Center, and redshirt sophomore forward J.P. Estrella was special last night as he paced all scorers with a career-high 23 points and a game-best 10 rebounds for number 20 Tennessee. That improves to 3-0 on the season. And let's get into those takeaways. Through all three games so far, I think Tennessee has struggled out of the gates. Been a little bit sloppy. Defensively hasn't been as tight. And that was a little bit of a characteristic at times last year where, if you guys remember, a big topic of conversation was that starting group. And Tennessee in SEC play last year was one of the worst teams in the SEC from tip-off to the first 16-minute timeout. And those slow starts got Tennessee behind in a couple of matchups last year up against some good teams. And I'm not saying that that's going to be necessarily a characteristic of this year's team, but so far you've been pretty even with Northern Kentucky and North Florida and Mercer in those opening 4 to 8 minutes. And I think Tennessee needs to get off to better starts. And whether that is just cleaning things up turnover-wise, being a little bit more precise defensively, whatever it may be, I think Tennessee has to clean that up overall. A lot of different things you could point at there. Second takeaway is I think your three best players have been established at this point in the season. We'll talk more about individual players here in a minute. But Nate Ament, shot-wise and field goal percentage-wise wasn't great last night, but he continues to put up strong numbers for this group. Jacoby Gillespie looks like the player that we had anticipated. Very smooth, under control. I think his turnovers need to be fixed a little bit, but he looks like a player that fits the build. You know what you got in the portal, and he's played like that. And J.P. Estrella, we'll talk more about him here in a minute. He continues to really, really impress me. This is a guy that missed the last 35 games of the season last year due to injury and is now 3 games in a row marked a new career high for points. He had 23 last night. And this is a guy that I think is going to be very, very valuable once we get into SEC play. So all of that is good. And another interesting takeaway for me, this is more specifics here. We had talked about this, I believe, on Tuesday or yesterday. Dwayne Brown versus Jalen Carey. We had that conversation. Dwayne Brown comes off the bench before Carey last night. I thought that was pretty particular too. So those are my takeaways. Obviously, it's North Florida. Shout out Chaslanier, by the way, reposted our post yesterday at Fan Run Radio. We appreciate that. But I think there are some things you can dissect when you look under the microscope, and that's what I saw last night. Allie, what about you, your takeaways, as you had a very long night there?
Yeah, lots of time to, mull it over,
exactly.
Think about takeaways from the game. But Rick Barnes talked specifically about turning the ball over at the start of the game, and he said that it's happened twice for them, and that's something that they obviously need to improve upon. And he was actually late to the postgame presser because he was in the locker room, as I've been told, ripping the players apart individually. So he had a lot to say in that regard. But he also said that size is the difference maker for this group, and you can really see that. And yeah, guys like J.P. Estrella really stepping up and being a leader in this group and continuing to improve. Rick Barnes said that his mindset has changed in the past couple of weeks, and he's really been taking what he's worked on in practice and putting it into play on the court. So I think we're going to see a lot more of him. But yeah, overall, they're learning, they're getting their footing, literally. And yeah, a win is a win.
Alex, you were in the building as well. Your takeaways?
Yeah, I want to start with Amari Abram. I
Okay.
think he's a guy that I really thought flashed last night, and he had 3 steals. He only played, I think, 13 minutes. So he was getting, that defensive side of the ball working. I know Rick Barnes talked about he's not where they want him to be fully defensively. He was getting beat up top a little bit, so he had to come out. But Amari Abram, I think, can be a guy off the bench. Bishop Boswell goes down last night with that foot injury. Amari Abram takes advantage of those extra reps. So I think that's something that, if he can keep getting that run, he can keep developing, especially on the defensive side of the ball. I think, we've talked about the starts, but the guards turning the ball over at the top of the game, that's got to get fixed. I think it will. And yeah, JP Estrella doing his thing. Tennessee's really got two guys that can average a double-double, I think, on this team right now, and they're doing it through the first couple of games. So, man, will that be big for a team that wasn't the best with rebounding the ball last year. So, man, would that be just ginormous for this Tennessee team.
Yeah, I think it's also important to note a little bit of a caveat, too. As Allie mentioned, Barnes talks about the size differential and how size matters. I think that plays into going up against the Northern Kentucky, Mercer, North Florida.
Yeah.
Obviously, these teams don't have the type of 6'10", 6'11 players that Tennessee does. So you naturally expect a big impact on the glass and defensively down low. But I think it's encouraging to see that they have handled business and done their job correctly, as they should. As sometimes, bigs can get knocked around and bigs can struggle against going up against smaller players. So I don't think you've seen that be an issue so far for this team. Brett, what about you? Your takeaways from last night?
Yeah, you spoke to the two guard, and what I was most interested in, I guess, was if anybody step up in Bishop Boswell's absence. And I don't know if anybody stepped forward, especially Berg. I think he struggled a little bit. Boswell has been pretty good in these first couple of games. So I didn't feel like anybody stepped forward really for the most part. But again, there's not much, as I spoke on yesterday. I wasn't really looking for anything particular. Kind of waiting for a couple more weeks to really see what this team's about, because I feel like they did what they should do, is go out and dominate a far superior, a less superior team, I guess you should say. But what Estrella's doing is impressive considering his foot injury and things like that. So just not a whole lot I could take away from last night.
Let's talk about JP Estrella. He was special last night for the Volunteers. He had a career best point total for the third consecutive outing to open the season. Shot 11 of 14 from the field. Talk about efficiency. And a co-career high 6 of his rebounds came on the offensive end of the floor, while he added in an assist and a block to his final line. Had a couple of really nice alley-oop finishes too. Cade Phillips did as well. But I love watching them get those big slamma-jammas on the down low. JP Estrella, though, I feel like is a top 3 player on this team at the moment. So the question I posed was, is the blank best player? I'd say he's the third best player on this team. I could even see an argument for second in terms of his consistency, because he's shooting at a really efficient rate. Now, obviously, he's not shooting like an Ament or a Gillespie. A lot of his shots are just around the cup, but he's knocking them in. And I thought a couple of times last night when Ament or Gillespie would give him a feed on the post, he had a couple of really nice post moves too. That is a deeper bag per se than a couple of these guys that are just kind of rim protectors and rim runners, guys that hover around the glass that can just tap it back in. Having that post move I thought was important too. And Estrella right now I think is a top 3 player on this team. He's playing like it. There are a ton of great bigs on this team already, but I feel like he's established himself as that go-to back-to-the-basket offensive threat that you have seen Rick Barnes teams have in years past. Maybe not as much so the last 2 years, as Akpara is one of those kind of touchy guys around the rim, not necessarily a guy that's going to put his back to the basket and put a move on you. But you saw that with guys in the past in 2021 and 2022, your Euros Placeviches and your Fulkersons, guys like that were a little bit more back to the basket. Let's go make a play there. So I've really liked what I've seen from Estrella. Top 3 player on this roster right now, could be encroaching on that number 2 spot too. Allie, JP Estrella is the blank best player on this team.
I like third. I think that feels right. He said he prides himself in his offensive rebounding, and he's been a major impact player in that sense. Also, second double-double in 3 games to start the season. Pretty impressive stuff from him. And I just have to shout out, there was one play where he was sitting on top of another player's shoulders. Do you guys remember that?
I do, yes.
Yeah, that was just hilarious.
Yeah.
I thought that was awesome. So anyway.
Yeah, a little.
He was hanging on a little bit last night on those dunks. Hey,
I don't blame him.
Career night.
When I used to dunk on the 8-foot goal at my house in Memphis, I used to do the same thing. Hang around for a minute.
Why not?
Yeah.
Those trampoline goals are awesome.
No, not a trampoline goal. It was in ground. I got the farthest I ever dunked was 9 feet. 9 feet. I can touch the rim on. I could touch the rim on 10, but it's been a while.
Yeah.
But regardless,
Is that why that rim looks like that out there? Is that you?
I was windmills, 360s, all of it. I could do it on the small goals. I really could, but that's not what we're talking about. Alex, JP Estrella is the blank best player on this team right now.
Yeah, third. I like what you guys have said. He's just, you get two career nights like that. We'll see if that production can keep going with, conference schedule and some nice non-conference games coming up and bigger size inside. But he's without a doubt their best guy, best offensive guy in the post. I mean,
yeah.
And he's the best that Tennessee's had, I want to say, since Jonas Adu. I mean, he's really, got that ability to score. And I think that's the key to what Tennessee needs this year. And it's something that I feel like they missed at times last year. And if they can get a guy like Estrella going in games where maybe the threes aren't falling for the guards. I mean, we talked last week about who the X factor would be for this team. I said Dwayne Brown. I think I'm going to change my answer to JP Estrella.
Okay.
Because I think if they can get that production from him, not a double-double every game maybe, but enough to where you're not putting all the pressure on the guards that you were putting last year, that's huge. And I think that's what can carry Tennessee to where they want to go.
Yeah, I like that answer. Brett, what about you? JP Estrella is blank for this team.
Right now, you can argue he's the best player on the team. The way he's been playing in these last few games, his energy has been amazing. He's attacking the glass. He's doing everything you're asking him to do. And he's, I've asked the question, who's going to be our third scorer behind those two guys? Because as a low post guy, you expect more consistency, better, shot percentages and things like that. I think Shumpert put something out. He's like the leading offensive rebounder in the country right now, percentage wise.
Yeah,
different things like that. So he's playing as a big, and that's what you hope, playing above the rim. So he's gonna be huge because there's a lot of bigs in this league. There's a lot of bigs he's going to go up against in this on this non-conference schedule. So yeah, he's gonna be counted on to provide good minutes and some scoring punch because he should be the most consistent, almost the most consistent scorer on the team, I think.
Well, another guy that was a scoring punch and has been pretty consistent is Jacoby Gillespie, the senior guard from Greenville, Tennessee. For the first time since February 2021, two 20-point scorers for the second outing in a row. He was part of both pairs as he posted 21. Shot 4 of 10 from behind the arc and added a game-best 7 assists and 2 steals, showcasing that dual threat ability on both ends of the floor. Gillespie so far, I think, has been as advertised. We talked about that a minute ago. I think he's a guy that you really are going to need come SEC play and March. My philosophy in March is how good is your guard play? And I feel like that's what wins you games in college basketball as you go through the course of a tournament. And when you look at the best teams in the country over the last couple of years, the ones that have cut down the nets, they have one of the best guards in the tournament. Walter Clayton Jr. last year for Florida was just that. Gillespie so far through this season has been a really, really strong point guard for this group on both ends, defensively and offensively. So I think he's been as advertised. But a guy that I do want to talk about is Amari Abram. You mentioned it, Alex. You mentioned it in your package last night, Allie, so I wanted to talk about him and also tie this into Nate Ament because Ament stuffed the stat sheet with 19 points, 9 rebounds, 5 assists, 2 steals, and 1 block, becoming the 5th SEC freshman, 7th occurrence to tally that line in the last 20 seasons. That's the second time in a row we have uttered a sentence like that for Ament, a very, really special player. But senior guard Amari Abram also had 9 points in this one, in addition to Cade Phillips, with the former grabbing a co-best 9 rebounds and the latter logging a team-best 3 steals. So Abram was active defensively. That was a big point of emphasis for him coming into this season, as he was a guy at Louisiana Tech last year that could knock in a triple, but also get it done defensively. Bigger plus, Ament's numbers and the consistency, or Amari Abram and that impressive night last night? And I'm going to go with the Ament numbers because I do think he has to be your best player on this team over the course of the season. And if you want to make it to the Final Four, want to make it deep into the tournament, he's got to be doing stuff like this. 19-9, 5 assists, 2 steals. That's in every facet of the game. I'd like to see him be a little bit more comfortable in his movement, and I'd like him to get to a spot a little bit better, but I think that's earned and learned over time. But the fact that this is the second straight show we have come in here after a game and talked about Nate Ament doing something for the first time and over the course of 20 years, or only being the 5th freshman in SEC history over the course of 20 years to do something, tells you the amount of impact this guy is going to have as this year goes on. Allie, what about you? Ament's numbers or Amari Abrams' impressive night?
Well, I think you can argue both, of course. I'm going to go with Amari Abrams here, just because Bishop was gone last night. So seeing kind of what this team would look like, being able to fill in gaps in different places, and 3 steals, he made a huge impact, and he's a really big defensive force for this team. That's what he was recruited for, and that's what he's succeeding in. So I think that knowing what that piece can look like is huge.
Brett, what about you? Nate Ament and his numbers and consistency, or Amari Abram kind of being a little bit of a surprise last night for the Vols?
It's Ament. I'm not because I'm big on Boswell right now. I think Boswell and Henderson are the 2 guys I'm looking at. Berg, so I'm wondering where Abram falls in the podium, I guess, of the 2 guards right now. So I'm going to go with Ament. Like you said, he's going to be counted on, and each time he can find his shot and just be more consistent, it's going to go a long way. And he needs to put in about 20 a game. So the more he sees the ball go in the basket right now, it's going to be a good thing for us.
Alex, what about you?
Yeah, I'm going to go Nate Ament too, with that consistency. I think the most important thing for a freshman, especially such a highly touted one like him, is building that confidence. And, this is a guy that's still going to be adjusting here to college basketball as these early games go on. So I think that's the biggest thing. And like Brett said, this has to be one of your best guys on the team.
Yeah.
So that consistency is the biggest thing. I don't really care who the opponent is right now. We want to see that confidence grow. And no, that's the biggest thing right now. But Tennessee, again, with Amari Abram, they need that 2-guard spot to step up. So we'll see who fills in there. But yeah, I'm going to go Nate Ament for this one.
We'll talk about the defensive effort for the Volunteers. For the Ospreys, sophomore guard Kent Jackson led them with 16 points and 5 assists. Graduate guard Devin Hines and senior guard Cameron Oriole notched 11 points apiece. But Tennessee held the duo to a combined 8 of 29 field goal clip. The Volunteers, as a group, pulled down 52 rebounds, their second time reaching that mark in the first 3 contests of the season, and had a plus 28 margin on the glass. 20 of those boards came on the offensive end, leading to a 27-13 margin in second chance points. And in addition, the Victors had a 44-15 edge in bench points and a 54-28 tally in paint points, and a 23-11 cushion in points off turnovers. I thought Tennessee did a better job of turning defense into offense last night. And obviously, under Rick Barnes, the Tennessee defense is always going to be one of the strong suits of the team. Is this defense better or on pace as compared to last year's defense? Now, this was a top 10 Ken Pom defense last season in terms of adjusted rating. You're on pace for that once again this year, number 4 right now in the country in that metric. But I think Tennessee's defense is better. The reason why, the depth you have down low. You didn't have those guys last year. Felix Okpara did a good job. Cade Phillips, undersized, still did a good job. But if those guys got in foul trouble, you were in trouble, because then they could force feed down low, have the ability to attack the basket, have the ability to have a screener run down and have an open lob opportunity. This year, with 2 6'10", 6'11" guys down low, it's very difficult to drive inside and corkscrew your way to the cup. So I feel like this is a better defense that we're going to see this year, because you've got that depth. And I mentioned it time and time again, Okpara and Estrella, they're great. But on the bench, you've got Phillips and Carey and Dwayne Brown. Those guys can come in for relief of an Estrella or Okpara if they get in foul trouble. You didn't have that last year. I think you're better anchored down low than you were last season. You've continued to be really good around the perimeter. I think right now Tennessee's defense is better than last year. Allie, would you agree or disagree with that?
I'll agree with that. And any Rick Barnes team is obviously going to have a lot of defensive power, but he said specifically this team is one of the most talented rosters. So I think that what comes with that is a really talented defense that's really pushing past expectations. But we will have to wait until we face some, more equally matched opponents to see how they fare in those kinds of situations. But I think the ceiling of this group defensively is really, really high.
Alex, on pace or better than last year?
I think they're certainly set up to be better, but I don't think the coaching staff is pleased necessarily of what they've seen so far. I think they expect this team to get a lot better in terms of chemistry, which is, natural with so many new guys. But I love your point about the depth. Think of the guys you have down low. Jalen Carey didn't come into that game until 5 minutes left in the first half last night. So I think having a problem between Dwayne Brown and Jalen Carey is a great one to have. Because you're going to need Jalen Carey in SEC play. You saw how physical of a guy he is, but I think Tennessee really needs that physicality. And I always harken back to last year because that's what they needed. And I think they've got plenty of guys who can play that brand of basketball this year. Yeah. Even some guards. I think Ethan Berg plays a great physical game. Mm-hmm. And so I think the physicality is the biggest thing that's going to really make them better when we get to the end of the season.
Most definitely. Tennessee returns to the hardwood Monday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern time for a matchup with Rice, live on SEC Network from Food City Center. The Owls are coached by Rob Lanier, who was an assistant for the Volunteers from 2015 to 2019. A nice little Tennessee tie-in right there before we head to the break. When we come back, we'll talk about the Vols matchup with the Aggies of New Mexico State. Stay right here. It's the Playbook, presented by VIP Play on Fan Run Radio.
Take Fan Run Radio with you on the all-new Fan Run app. Just search for Fan Run Radio wherever you download your apps.
The following radio theater is brought to you by Men's Pro Knoxville.
Hey, Dad, you want to play football?
No, buddy.
All right.
Pops, want to work out? Maybe later.
Hey, kids
are... tomorrow?
You've got one life, and it's too short for not nows, maybe laters, and tomorrows. If you have ED and performance issues, your family, friends, and even your career has already been affected. Book your discreet evaluation at Men's Pro Knoxville and turn your tomorrows into
today.
Yes! Touchdown!
Come on, one more, Dad.
Today!
Push, Dad. One more. Come on, push.
Hey, kids are in bed. What you up to?
Tonight.
Call 865-544-8220 or book now in under 30 seconds at menspronknoxville.com. Men's Pro Knoxville, for every man in every season of life.
Okay, so we really need uniforms and equipment for this season. Can I trust you with that?
Cool, just order them online.
What?
Yeah, I'm going to hop online and I'm going to get them ordered.
Hold up. That's not a good idea. We shouldn't just spend money on some random online retailer, okay?
I mean, it seems pretty convenient.
Trust me, it's a terrible idea. Let me simplify this for you. SM Athletics.
Okay, how do you pronounce it?
SM Athletics? They're the go-to for uniforms and equipment, whether it's for universities, high schools, youth leagues, you name it. So why wouldn't you rather go with professionals who can guide us through the process, design the perfect uniforms, and deliver the best equipment?
Yeah, I guess that makes sense.
What's the name again? SM Athletics.
Right. It's definitely smarter to go with a company that emphasizes customer service, fair pricing, and, of course, excellent products.
Exactly. So, yeah, I guess it's settled then. For uniforms and equipment for all sports, it's SM Athletics.
Tired of waiting for the weekend or good weather to play around? From casual to committed, Back 9 Golf has got you covered. Open to the public and offering flexible membership opportunities, they offer 24/7 access to 5 different simulators, providing cutting-edge technology, instant swing feedback, fun mini games, and a wide variety of courses to choose from. Perfect for that solo round you want after work, or swing by with food and drinks for an afternoon with friends and family. No stressful tee times, no rain delays. It's Back 9 Golf your way. Book your tee time now at theback9golf.com.
Blackford Veterinary Surgery Referral specializes in surgeries not regularly performed by your pet's general veterinarian. They're currently accepting referrals from vets all across the country. With their newly renovated state-of-the-art surgery center and highly trained staff, clients can rely on professional and thorough care. If your vet says that your pet needs surgery or rehab, ask for a referral to Blackford Vet and let them get your best friend back on its feet. Located conveniently in West Knoxville. For more information, visit blackfordvetsurgery.com.
All right, back here on the Playbook, presented by VIP Play. We appreciate you listening along with us, whether it be on the free Fan Run Radio app, 105.7 FM, 1340 AM here in K-Town on the local dial, or on the X/YouTube live stream. Every listener watching, we do appreciate your time. We'll switch over to the gridiron as Tennessee hosts New Mexico State on Saturday for its homecoming matchup and it's set for 4:15 p.m. Eastern Time on the SEC Network, live from Neyland Stadium. And the game will serve as the Vols' annual Salute to Service contest, honoring the nation's service members, veterans, and their families. And New Mexico State head coach Tony Sanchez, I know it says in the notes Perez, that was a typo on my part. Tony Sanchez mentioned earlier this week the Vols could easily be 9-0 right now. Quote, "We watched a bunch of film on Tennessee last night and then through the morning," said Sanchez. So obviously, we got a heck of a challenge ahead of us. They have a heck of an offense. They score a lot of points. They spread the field out. They do a really good job. A really talented group on defense. Quote, "And they've played some really tight games. I mean, they're sitting there at 6-3, but when you look at all those games, those things all go down to the wire. This team could be 9-0 right now. Their coach does a tremendous job. He has for a number of years in building the program up. And obviously, this is very high praise from Sanchez. But compliments like these are frustrating. I'm sure they're frustrating for Brett to hear something like this. I mean, it's not a backhanded compliment by any means.
Kind of.
But it's like this team is 6-3 and they should be 9-0. Something has gone wrong over the course of the season, and we know that. And compliments like these don't move the needle for me. I think he's right. I think a lot of people would agree he's right. Tennessee loses by 3 points, so Georgia at home had ample amount of opportunities to win that one, and no, it did not come down just to one field goal. Against Alabama, you had a slew of really bad mistakes, a safety, a pick six that went for 99 yards, not being able to capitalize on turnovers. And against Oklahoma, you outgained them 255 yards to 100 at halftime, and you're losing by 6. So, yeah, we know that this is a team that probably should be 8-1. But the reality is you're 6-3 because you haven't played in all three facets correctly in one game this season. And while I think Sanchez is telling the truth and he's giving Tennessee a pat on the back, he's a football coach. He knows, he watches the film. He knows this team should be better than their record right now is. Allie, do compliments like these even matter to you at this point in the season? Is there any morale boost that it could give Tennessee, or is it more just like, yeah, we know?
Like nothing at all. Like this means nothing to me. But I mean, you'd prefer for them to say nice things about your team as opposed to Narduzzi, who's out here saying that this game means absolutely nothing. So they understand what coming into Neyland Stadium means, and it's an opportunity. So at least there's that. But yeah, I mean, not much to do with this.
Alex, what about you?
Yeah, I'd say the same thing if I was getting paid to go play at a stadium. You know?
Yeah, there you go.
I mean, yeah, I don't think I'm sure Heupel appreciates it, but I don't like playing the what if game in sports. I think, yeah, sure, Tennessee could be 9-0, but they're not. Like you said, it's the reality of it. And yeah, that's how it is at the end of the day. I think Tennessee just has to get up and go play. These games are tough, I think, sometimes, especially in the spot they're in now with 3 losses.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I mean, I'm sure Heupel appreciates it, but other than that, it doesn't really matter.
Brett, I'm sure you're using this quote to say a lot of positive things and say that this is 100% correct and that this compliment really matters to you, I'm sure.
Yeah. I don't even know what to think about this, to be honest. It's nice. It's nice words. I guess he was getting ahead of the kindness day.
That is true. He said this Monday.
Yeah, so he knew this day it was going to be posted today or something. I don't know, but it is what it is. I mean, yeah. I mean, I'm kind of out on football right now, personally. Altogether.
Let's go to the next segment then. Let's shut it down.
I mean, that's what it is.
Well,
I mean,
let's talk more North Florida, Tennessee from last
yeah,
night.
let's go ahead and get in the Florida matchup, man. That'd be more fun.
How many people do you think are going to be there on Saturday, Brett?
Not me. I don't
Stop.
know.
I'm going and I'm staying the whole game.
Wow.
You're not leaving at halftime after they announce all the sorority awards and everything?
No, I have had no part in
that
coming.
That student section is going to clear out.
My mom's coming, so I have an excuse to stay with her, and all my friends will be gone.
Well, here's my thing. I was at the doctor last week, and my doctor was telling me, we're excited to go. Stop. We're excited to go, and this is our opportunity to go see a game this year because they're too expensive.
That's a good point.
And she's got a family of 3.
Good point.
Or I guess a family of 4, 2 kids. I think it's 2. Yeah, 2 kids. And they're
How
like,
much is a ticket right now to get in Saturday?
she said it was like $200 still to go.
I'm gonna look it up.
God.
I guess when they bought them, or like $100, $150. But that's
That'd
what I'm
be an
saying.
early Christmas
There will be
present.
people there on Saturday. I'm not worried about that because this is a lot of people's chance to see the team play.
Yeah.
And I'll add this into it as well. You know, there are a lot of local kids around here that are playing high school football throughout the season. And, you know, maybe they're having to travel and they'll get back late and they haven't had an opportunity to go watch the team play. Maybe they've been eliminated from the playoffs, want to go see a team that also got eliminated from the playoffs.
At noon, though, than 4:15.
But 4:15 is like, you don't have to wake up at the crack of dawn.
So much better than a noon game. So
well,
much.
for a college kid, yeah. But like, let's get a Friday night, I'm sure. But like,
no, cold. It's
supposed to be fairly decent on Saturday. But
yeah,
I'm
what's
like,
the weather? I don't.
I think it's
I mean,
supposed
you
to be
get the rest of your
60s.
Saturday. There's
Yeah,
some good college
anywhere
football.
between-
There's good other college football on at 3:30 and things like that.
There's good college football on all the time.
I will take anything over a noon game. Anything.
I'll agree with that.
I personally don't like noon games because that means I've got to get up an hour earlier and post graphics. I'm fine with waking up at 9:45.
Yeah.
I figured you'd have the graphics ready on Friday
Well,
night.
they're
and,
ready
like,
to go.
boom, hit a
They're
button.
ready to go, but
Yeah.
I got to wake up and roll out of bed.
Can't you do that from bed?
Technically, I can, but I'm looking like with one eye, making sure I didn't misspell something.
Also, cheapest ticket I'm finding right now on StubHub, $42.
Yeah.
There you go.
That's crazy.
Well,
that's speaking a lot of more people's language.
That's the market, though. I mean, you lose last week or you lose to Oklahoma, price comes down.
Not what I was expecting.
If Tennessee's still in the college football playoff, they're $100 on Saturday.
You're right.
Maybe, yeah.
You're right.
But again, people are going to go to this game. This is an opportunity for everyone to watch them play. Again, like, I mean, just the doctor is an example. Like, they want to, like, family doesn't want to do the big SEC game. It's chaotic. It's, you know, opportunity to see the team play.
Who doesn't want to see Diego Pavia's old team?
Yeah.
See George Mack.
It's Star Thomas's
True.
old team, too.
True.
Running back for the Vols. Star Thomas began at New Mexico State
Wow.
before transferring to Duke.
Oh, that's exciting.
Yeah, another little wrinkle in there. I don't know.
George
if
Mack's got to get a half.
I don't think he's going to get a full half, bro.
Yeah, there's no way he gets a full
I think he'll get a quarter.
Have you seen how Hypo runs these games?
He may not even play.
It'll be first half
The
will
way
be
Hypo
Joey.
runs things, he's not going to
Second half,
play.
He'll get a
Jake
quarter.
will get 3-4 drives, and then Mac will get.
He didn't even play that
rest.
one blowout, did he? Didn't Merck play like?
No, I think every quarterback's been in.
I feel like there was one game he
McIntyre didn't play against
Which one?
UAB.
UAB. Okay. Well, that game got
interesting,
kind of close.
Because he
Like,
kept
not close,
was
but
like,
it got
why did
weird.
Because Merck and Leonard kept going out there and sucking.
That
and
game
then I'm
got
like,
weird at
Where's
the end.
Mac? Why is this
Yeah.
guy still out here doing this terrible stuff?
Terrible stuff.
Yeah, he couldn't complete a pass.
Hey, Merck was driving down the field. It was significant to some, too. They almost punched it in, but
This is a completely irrelevant thing, but you know how Joe Milton had the Milton meal at McDonald's?
Mhm.
They need to do a Big Mac with
They
Mac.
should.
Joe Milton had a McDonald's meal.
Yeah.
yeah, something like that.
It's called the Joe Milton meal.
Oh, really?
I didn't get it.
I don't think I got it either.
I had a class with like 10 football players. It was public speaking. And every single day, one of them would come in with McDonald's and be like, got the Joe Milton meal.
That's great.
Yeah.
What about the Jake Merklinger partners up with Arby's instead of the Meat Mountain? Meat Mountain is the Merk Mountain. How about that?
I did not have the meat mountain on my bingo card.
Yeah.
I did eat Arby's before I got here today, though.
No.
Yeah, I did.
Are you serious?
I did. Double roast beef.
Oh,
that
no.
sounds
I was
so
wondering who like keeps Arby's in business.
It's,
I guess
yeah,
it's you.
I'm one of them.
Knoxville has one of the most exotic Arby's in the
Yeah,
United
Chapman
States.
Highway, right?
Yeah.
That sign is
Yeah.
awesome.
Literally
Yeah.
looks like it's in
Right.
Jurassic World.
It's like in the mountain.
It is.
Yeah.
It's like 3 minutes, or it's not even that long. It's like 30 seconds from my apartment.
Yeah. Well, clearly I didn't amuse everyone with the second topic today as we've moved
That
to
is what it is.
Arby's and McDonald's. But look, I mean, again, it's an opportunity for, you know, some of these younger guys to play. And McIntyre's going to get his shot. I'd anticipate McIntyre plays fourth quarter. I'd anticipate
I
Merklinger
just hope
plays
they let
the
him
third.
throw it. I don't want him out there handing it off. I don't want to see all that.
Well, but it is McIntyre's opportunity, but it's not like road to glory where you just, you know, call the play 3 times and it's a 4 verticals. You got to run the offense. Like if you're going
I'm saying, but I want that to be throwing the ball.
I know, but you got to put them in a
the
game
offense.
situation, right? Like
Yeah.
they're going to be handoffs. They're going to be, whatever the best play at the time is. I think they should go through that. Like I don't want to throw a guy out there and say, let's go zip it 20 times and see if he can throw it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Because then they'll be like, why didn't I start this guy?
No, they will not. McIntyre was not going to start this season. We all know that. And Joey's the SEC leader in passing yards.
Okay.
Stop it.
I'm not saying anything. I just said okay.
That was a very passive aggressive okay.
Wait, if Joey had eligibility next year, would you prefer for Mac to still?
I don't. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, maybe.
Oh
yeah.
my gosh.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh.
If Aguilar has the opportunity to come back, he should come back, and it would be our starter. And I think you'd have a better chance of going into the season. You'd have a better chance of Joey Aguilar making the college football playoff than you would with McIntyre.
I mean, it's not Joey's fault you missed the playoff. It's the defense and the coaching and everything else.
But you still think that you?
I mean, he didn't. He might have cost us Oklahoma, but yeah, I'm not gonna, say he's the. I'd take him back. Yeah, for sure. I'd be an idiot to say no. We don't want him back. Sounds like Joey's moving on though.
Well, I think he's going to test the waters. Well, I think every NFL level player does that. Test the waters, see what you can do.
Well, Bill Connolly had that thing about the quarterbacks. You see that article?
I saw.
He ranked him as like number 13 in the country as far as quarterbacks go.
I think that's around right in line. I mean, one of the top guys in the SEC.
I was hoping you'd seen it because I wish I could tell you who's number 2 on that list.
Who?
Georgia Tech.
Haynes King.
In terms of an NFL prospect?
No, just as the top quarterbacks in the country.
Well, Haynes King did have 511 yards 2 weeks ago.
Was one, then Haynes King, then Mendoza.
But he did a list like that a couple of months ago, and Brendan Sorsby was like top 5. Like,
I think he was still ahead of. I think he was 9.
Sorsby was at 9.
Yeah.
Did
I think
Canelli?
Simpson was like.
Wait,
11.
I have the list right here.
Yeah,
Sorsby at 9.
I think Simpson was 11, maybe.
Okay, but Pavia's not a better quarterback.
Pavia's 4.
I know Pavia's not a better quarterback than Ty Simpson or CJ Carr.
I think Pavia should be going to New York for the Heisman, especially if they get to 10-2.
Jane Maiava is not a better quarterback than CJ Carr.
I don't know what his like.
Are these based on performance per week, or is that
Taylon Green is not better than Ty Simpson?
Yeah,
I don't know what his basis.
Yeah, what are the metrics?
The metrics.
He's having the fine print. Marcel Reed deserves to be top 10.
Yeah, I can't remember what his.
Where's my guy? Where's Damon Williams on that list, Allie? DEMOND.
I'm just gonna look up Williams.
Okay.
14.
Okay. I like Damon Williams.
Yeah, so I can't remember what his base. He's a metrics guy, so
Yeah.
I'm not sure what all he takes into account. And
Sorsby
like
being
that.
top 10 is ridiculous, though.
And Taylon Green.
Yeah.
I like your Pavia take, though. I'm with you on that one.
He's been unbelievable.
Pavia, I think, should be there.
Yeah, as frustrating as he is.
Yeah.
It's valid.
Hold on.
What he did against Auburn was special. I went to next level. I know I've hated Pavia for a long time, but
I thought you were being sarcastic there.
No. He should be in New York.
Well, 2 weeks ago, you're getting mad at me for talking about him.
Well,
have you joined the dark side?
I have joined the dark side.
Welcome.
Yeah, it's so dark.
Welcome.
I don't want him to beat us.
Well,
that'd be the worst. That'd be a dark day in Tennessee history.
It would very much be. But I'm a realist, and I tell how it is, and I don't think that.
Because watching him dial up Auburn's defense and how good they are,
Auburn's got a good defense.
Scares me half to death.
Yeah,
here in like 3 weeks. I wish we could just get to these better games.
Yeah. Well, we'll talk about some better games on the other side. Maction last night. Had some action last night. I'll give my best bets recap from that, and also our best bets look ahead. Stay right here. It's Playbook presented by VIP Play.
You're listening to Fan Run Radio, the sports humans.
Hey, football fans, this is Stats.
And this is the Sheik. And together we are the Cover Boys. We cover college football like no one else.
Each week we preview all the big games in college football. And we may not tell you who's going to win, but we'll tell you who's going to cover.
Our patented right sides are clicking at 66% against the spread all time.
So join us right here every Friday evening at 8 for the Cover Boys on the official voice of Tennessee fans, Fan Run Radio.
And enjoy the winners, everyone.
Hey Knoxville! Surfside iced tea and vodka, made with real brewed tea, is only 100 calories, 2 grams of sugar, with no bubbles and no troubles. That's right, zero carbonation, so it's easy to sip and enjoy. Headed to a game day or party at a friend's house? Bring an iced tea or lemonade variety pack from Surfside, or try their green tea and new raspberry tea vodka. Find the can with the sunset stripes this season. Surfside iced tea and vodka, sold at bars, restaurants, and stores near you. Surfside iced tea and vodka, sunshine in a can. Must be 21 or older. Enjoy responsibly.
Dick's House of Sport at Westtown Mall is a destination devoted to sport, and it's your destination for exclusive events and experiences. Come visit a store like no other. Check out our 40-foot rock wall, golf performance center, Hit Track's batting cage, and outdoor turf field. You can now rent our space for private events and birthday parties. Learn more about our events and exclusive product launches on Facebook and Instagram at Dick's House of Sport KNX. Dick's House of Sport, proud partner of Tennessee Athletics.
For over 3 years, Crumble Cookies has served the Knoxville area. From Clinton Highway to Parkside Drive, even our friends out in Maryville have reached you, our fans, with the best cookies in the game. This fall, Crumble is gearing up for yet another fantastic season. Whether you're tailgating or looking for a pick-me-up after getting the kids from school, Crumble has you covered. Download the Crumble app to check out this week's rewards and features. And stop on by. Tell them Fan Run sent you, but don't miss the cookies.
Merritt Garage Doors and Services has been serving the East Tennessee community since 1963. At Merritt, quite simply, the customer comes first. Their door specialists will not try to needlessly upsell you because they are not commission-based like other places. This allows them to focus on your needs and not their pockets. They offer a range of beautiful garage doors in a variety of styles to suit the architecture of your home, and they will supply and install a wide range of garage door openers and accessories to take your garage door to the next level. To request a quote or schedule a service repair call, visit merrittgaragedoor.com.
Citizens National Bank.
Are you getting penalized because you can't make it to your bank on time? No need for unnecessary roughness. It's time for a new game plan. Easily manage your accounts with Citizens National Bank's mobile banking app. Check your balance, deposit a check, and pay a bill all from your phone with CNB's mobile banking.
Citizens National Bank. Banking never felt so good.
Member FDIC.
Are you tired of spending hours on laundry and ironing? Let Crown Cleaners handle your dry cleaning so you can handle your business. Our expert team can take care of your clothes, removing stains and wrinkles like they were never there. Whether it's your best suit or everyday attire, we handle it all at Crown Cleaners. Say goodbye to laundry stress and hello to extra free time. Crown Cleaners, Big Orange Country's imperial dry cleaning service since the 1960s. Online at crowncleaners.com.
All right, back here on the Playbook presented by VIP Play. We appreciate you listening along with us, however you may be doing so, YouTube, X, radio, whatever it may be. Now time for our Best Bets recap and look ahead presented by VIP Play. Folks, college football season is winding down, but that does not mean it is too late to get in on the action as bowl season is on the horizon. Make sure you use the VIP Play app to get in on your favorite college football games. Use the code FANRUN, that's FANRUN in all caps, to claim $100 in bonus bets when you bet 20. And there's no reason not to get in on the action if you're 21 and in Tennessee. VIP Play, the place to do it. Gambling problem, call 1-800-889-9789. Must be 21 years or older and located in Tennessee to bet. All right, Best Bets recap. Everyone wants to know, how did William do in the Maction? Well, thankfully, I've got it for you. Had two plays last night, both kind of the same type of situation. I wouldn't call them a system play because I don't do Maction a ton, but I did like what I saw last night. These are some of these cold weather games that you get in November, 40 degrees or lower. You've got winds higher of 7 or 8 miles, and you had both of those factors in last night's games. And Daquan Finn, a quarterback that was originally at Toledo that I loved watching over the last couple of years, was out last night for Miami of Ohio, going up against his former team. So we had the under 45.5 in Toledo and Miami of Ohio, and that one rounds out at 24-3 as the final. So we were very comfortable on that side. But the part of Maction that is tough to bet on is when things go haywire, and things did go haywire in Central Michigan and Buffalo. Multiple turnovers in this one. We had 2 defensive touchdowns by the Chippewas as a pick six resulted in a score early on in this game that I think Buffalo would have stalled out on. And then in very Maction fashion, Central Michigan turns over the ball, fumbles it. Central Michigan throws an interception on their own 10-yard line, and they're up by 10 points. There's no reason to be throwing it anyway. Buffalo gets it. They're at the 15-yard line. I'm like, God, whatever. And then the exact next play, Buffalo's quarterback gets rocked, ball goes up in the air, and it's a 70 or 80-yard touchdown from the defensive end. So I had a couple of really tough defensive touchdowns in that one. So we go 1-1 last night. No profit. But I did enjoy watching some action last night. Had that going. Had Tennessee, North Florida going. Grizzlies going. We'll see if I get involved on the action tonight. No sides right now, but make sure to follow my stuff on Twitter if I do post some. Best bets look ahead. We've already talked about this throughout the week. We'll finalize these picks tomorrow, but we do have some system plays that are in place. I do have a worry about one of them, but I will still read it off. Right now, Clemson and Louisville. The Cardinals are down to -2.5. I like Clemson at the +2.5 at the moment. I think they get a big win as Dabo Swinney needs one. Pittsburgh and Notre Dame. I will take the Fighting Irish. I don't know if you guys see it. There's a bug on this camera, and it's been all day. It just went through the camera, so I don't.
Stink bug.
It might show up on the screen. Notre Dame and
top of it.
Yeah, I know. Well,
it's been crawling all around.
Originally, he was manning the camera behind, and he was behind the camera. But now he also fell earlier. That's why I did this to see where he landed.
New interns, huh?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, not doing a great job on the
They
camera
stink.
today. Yeah, they do. Yeah. Oh, Brett, there you go. Very good.
God.
Very good, Brett. Look, hey, Brett does radio
Holy,
with me
did
for
I
a month
say
and a
that?
half, and he
I
started
meant
to
to
figure
mute
it out.
my mic.
I love it.
That was really good.
I love it. Good stuff,
That
Brett.
was not good.
That was great.
I thought it was good. Well
I
played.
laughed.
Oh.
See, if you're gonna pull off something like that, you gotta continue on with it, right? Like, so
Own it. Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta own it. It's okay. Don't get red faced. We're fine. National Kindness Day. I would be nicer to the stink bug though. Notre Dame.
Windburn.
Yeah, there you go. Notre Dame 12.5. Really like that side. We'll be playing it. USC 6.5 at home in a ranked matchup against Iowa. I'll be taking them. Give me the Blue Devils over Virginia. I think this is somehow going to be the most chaotic team to ever have a chance to make the college football playoff, and I'm speaking it into fruition. Give me the Blue Devils at home. Alabama, I'm worried about this one. -6 at home against Oklahoma. Oklahoma's got a really good defense. Alabama's regressed over the last couple of weeks in terms of their offensive production, so I am a little bit worrisome about that one. Georgia up 0.5 point to 6.5 against Texas. I like the Bulldogs there. That's a ranked versus ranked matchup. BYU has dropped to 3.5 point favorite now. I like TCU at that 3.5 number. So possibly 6 or 7 plays on Saturday as we get into week 12. When we come back for hour number 2, it's our college football buy or sell for week 12. And in spirit of National Kindness Day, we say some nice things about our favorite Tennessee players. We'll break it down when we return right here on the Playbook presented by VIP Play.
The flagship station for Tennessee football. Fans. Fan Run Radio.
Today, we raise a glass of Jameson Irish whiskey to the sport of football. Hear, hear!
To Gaelic football, born in Ireland in 1885 in its thrilling blend of soccer, rugby and basketball. On a massive field, 15 players kick or hand pass a round ball to score points over a bar or into a net. No pads, no helmet, no sense.
Hear, hear!
To college football, which kicked off in 1869 when Rutgers beat Princeton 6-4 in the Battle of New Jersey. With 11 players and helmets and pads, teams battle on a 100-yard gridiron with explosive pass plays and hard-hitting tackles. Unless you're called for targeting.
Hear, hear! Since 1780, Jameson Irish whiskey has been enjoyed by sports fans all around the globe. Whether your football is Gaelic, American, or even soccer, we can all agree on super smooth Jameson Irish whiskey. Hear, hear!
Attention service members and veterans. Introducing the Griffin Law Firm, your trusted ally in military legal matters. From court martials to benefit claims, at Griffin Law, your mission is their mission. Here's VFL Marshall Griffin.
As a veteran and retired military attorney, I've successfully defended lifelong benefits and helped preserve professional futures. So I know that when you hire a military justice lawyer, you maximize your chance to get relief. With my unique experience, I can advocate for you because there's no military matter that's too big or too small. Let us help you make these critical decisions that could affect the rest of your life. Remain silent. Request counsel. Call Griffin Law.
For a free consultation, call 888-707-4282. That's 888-707-4282. Or just visit griffinlawdefense.com.
You're listening to FM 105.7 and AM 1340, WKGN Knoxville, and W289CU Knoxville, Fan Run Radio.
We really need to get some branded stuff. Shirts, hats, promo items, something professional.
I mean, we could just find a website and order a bunch of it ourselves.
You could, but you're taking a big risk. You don't know the quality, the fit, the timeline. It's a roll of the dice.
Yeah, I guess, but isn't that how everyone does it now?
Not the ones who actually care about how their brand looks. Look, if we're putting our name on it, it needs to be done right. We need SM Athletics.
SM Athletics?
Yeah, they specialize in working with businesses like ours. Apparel, hats, promo gear, but real, customized stuff. They actually care if it turns out right.
Probably a lot better than getting stuck with 100 t-shirts with crooked logos.
Exactly. Plus, they'll walk you through everything. Sizing, colors, material, so it matches the image we're trying to build.
Makes sense. What's the name again?
SM Athletics. Trust me, if you want to look like a real company, not a flea market stand, this is the move. If you're serious about your brand, work with people who are serious about getting it right. SM Athletics.
Here we go. Live on a Thursday from the White Claw Hard Seltzer Studios. It's the Playbook presented by VIP Play. Brett Hollander, Allie Campbell, Alex Sarkis, and Agnes Brown joining us. If you're on the YouTube broadcast, you can see we've got a new furry friend. I'm William Patterson. Great stuff in hour number one. We'll continue it here in hour number two. Really came into hour number two with a bang. No pun intended. But we have a new furry friend here around the office. And Agnes is a Labradoodle. If I'm correct on that, I want to make sure.
Yes.
Given the
sources are saying.
Yeah, sources are saying it is
a sister,
a Labradoodle.
Right?
And a sister to Mabel. And I will say I do like Agnes a lot. And look, it's she's got the bandana, festive bandana.
Is that a pumpkin?
It is a pumpkin.
Also Tennessee orange. You know how John Reed used to do the intern rankings or the coworker rankings?
Yes. Yeah.
That was like first week I got here. Anyway, she's coming in at number 1 for me this week.
John called it the MySpace top 8. So Agnes number 1 in the MySpace top 8.
Oh, she's so perfect and she's really sweet and calm.
Now, so is she going to be as big as Mabel is? Is that how that works?
I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know. It depends on the dad's different, so it depends on how big he is.
She's like fluffy though. I like that. Like the
Well, puppies are always fluffy, so she might.
I wish puppy or dogs could stay like that the whole time. You know what I mean?
Well, you can get a dog that's small.
I know. I had a Maltese growing up, so maybe that's why.
Oh gosh.
What?
Aren't they big? Are those big?
No, Maltese
those
are
are the
small.
tiny ones. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Tiny little white dog.
I have a Newfoundland. He's 160 pounds.
Newfoundland?
Yeah.
That sounds like
It's a country.
Country.
It is.
It is a country.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah,
What?
Newfoundland.
William, you need to brush up on your geography.
How long you been out of college?
I didn't take geography class.
You didn't take geography in high school?
Yeah, but that was, I mean, I cheated my way through all that.
That's fair.
I did sports and I did broadcasting in high school and college.
got one of them nerds
There
to
you
help
go.
him. Hey, do my homework, buddy.
That was before the age of ChatGPT, so
I
you
know,
should be watching it.
ChatGPT. Ooh, man. I guess I really shouldn't be saying that on the air, but
No, sorry, sorry, Mom.
But every other
You graduated, that's
the
all
classes
that
I
matters,
the classes I cared about, I always gave 100%. 100% for my journalism classes. Now, I don't really give a damn about what happened in World War 122.
What 2 + 2 is.
Well, I'm not dumb. I'm not dumb. But I history was never my
Shooting
thing.
percentages.
Geography was never my thing.
Josh shooting 15% right now from 3.
What does that have to do with geography?
I
Are you
don't know.
saying that's geography?
No, maybe.
Yeah. That might be too much.
Yeah.
I do like the dog though. Is the dog hanging out with us for buy-sell?
No. The dog is about to go.
Okay. Well, I'm
But
just
I
asking.
just wanted
but
to.
she can stay for buy-sell if you want.
I'd be nervous. Don't they have to use the bathroom a lot?
Oh,
Like-
gosh.
She just went, so we're good on that
Okay,
front.
yeah.
But
I thought you were going to say
when
she
you have a
just went
pup,
right now.
I remember when we had our puppy, you had to take her out like every 10 minutes, it seemed like, or they were going.
yeah, she's probably sick of me, so I'm going to take her back. Oh, her paws are so soft.
Yeah, I do like it though. I mean, it's fun on camera.
Should we ask her thoughts on buy or sell?
Yeah. Should we tee it up? We'll start it. Buy or sell. It's our favorite segment we do on Thursdays as we get closer and closer to the college football playoff. These buy or sell segments have a ton of importance. Okay, I guess Agnes is not saying for buy or sell. Buy or sell. Okay, now Agnes is saying just buy. So
Yeah.
now it's just buy. We'll buy or sell here in a minute. But shout out to Agnes Brown for popping in. Buy or sell. The ACC will not get a team in the college football playoff. Georgia Tech, Louisville, Pittsburgh, SMU, and Duke are all tied atop the conference. And according to ESPN's FPI, Duke has a 2.2% chance to make the college football playoff, but a 19.9% chance to make the ACC championship and win it. Right now, I believe Duke wins the conference. I really do. I think Duke beats Virginia this weekend. I think Duke beats North Carolina, and Duke beats Wake Forest. And they're going to go up against Brett's Yellow Jackets.
I can't wait.
And they're going to be the better team. They were the better team the last time they played, and they will probably be a 1.5 to 2 point underdog. It's going to be a very thin margin of error. I think Duke beats them, but I don't think Duke makes the college football playoff. If they do so, they'll put James Madison over Duke. I buy that ACC will not get a college football playoff team. Buy or sell, Allie?
I sell here. I like whether they should or shouldn't is a different question, but I think that the committee will want an ACC team. If they're making an effort to put a group of 5 team in there, I think that they're going to make an effort to have an ACC team in there.
Okay, good point. Brett?
You know they're getting one in. It's going to be Tech. Right now, they currently have one in with Miami. So I found that was interesting, right?
Yeah, but I don't think
like, why would they put Miami in with 2 losses already?
They're not going to put Miami as an at-large over if they didn't win their conference.
Well, I mean, they put them in this week in the most recent.
Well, they put them in.
11,
they put them
right?
in as the highest ranked ACC team right now.
They can't get into the title.
That's a conference champion.
Right.
So
yeah,
they're
but
just
I think
simulating.
I get one. Yes, I'm buying. Or yeah, is that right? Yeah,
selling.
You're selling.
Selling. Yeah,
'Cause
they will get one. Yes.
Okay. Buy or
Keep
sell.
that group of 5s out.
Buy or sell, Alex?
I'm going to sell. I think Pitt's going to run the table and get into the playoff.
Ah,
So we all have somebody different.
yeah.
Wow.
Another. We'll put an appetizer on it at Chili's.
Triple
Dessert.
dipper.
Yeah.
That molten, whatever it is.
I'm trying to pay nothing at Chili's.
We're not going to pay anything. It's all right. Ohio State's got us.
That's why we just got to stick with our natty bet. So I don't have to pay
Yeah.
anything.
I know. We don't have to add any more
You want
collateral.
a say in Heisman bet too?
No.
Okay.
I don't want that one.
Because that's on our buy or sell. We'll talk about that here in a
Okay,
minute.
sweet.
I'll tell you my answer on that one.
Mm.
Buy or sell, Oregon is a national title contender. Now, Dante Moore, who was very impressive to begin the season, has regressed from his early season Heisman contention status. Over his last 4 games, Moore has dipped to just a 5-4 touchdown to interception ratio, and his yards per pass attempt has gone down to 7.5. I sell that Oregon is a national title contender. I think they're pretty banged up. And even though I expect Ja'Cory Moore to get back for this team, they are already razor thin at wide receiver. And I feel like once they get into the college football playoff, going up against defenses that can match up in coverage one-on-one and in the secondary, I just think Oregon's going to have a tough time getting that separation. As fun as Ja'Cory Moore is, not having a guy like Evan Stewart, I think, is going to be really impactful. Now, Maybe Stewart returns. Now, that was originally ruled as a possibility in the offseason, and from what I've heard, that he has progressed well. Maybe he comes and plays, but he'd basically be losing a year of eligibility just to play in the CF. I mean, I guess if he played at the end of the season, he wouldn't be risking but 4 games of potential eligibility. He'd still be able to redshirt. But I don't see it right now with Oregon, though. I thought their win was really impressive this weekend. I feel like they're a little bit too banged up, and as they go through the course of the playoff, I don't think that will change. Oregon is not a national title contender. I sell that they are. Allie, buy or sell Oregon?
I don't know. I feel like everyone's going to disagree with me on this, but I'm going to buy that they're still in it. I think that there's a possibility here. I think obviously they've regressed since what the beginning of the season's expectations looked like, and Dante Moore was in the Heisman conversation and all of that. But I'm not ready to count them out yet, personally.
Okay. All right, Brett, buy or sell Oregon?
Man, part of me thinks they could miss the playoff with the remaining schedule as well, with USC and then Washington away. But I was impressed by what they did against Iowa, the way they ran the ball. I feel like if they can it was a different Oregon than I've ever seen before. They went with run game and with the defense. I know Iowa's offense isn't much, but maybe they found something with this run game to kind of keep some of the pressure off Dante Moore. If that's the case, then limiting what he has to do, and if you do get a Corey Moore back, that's great. But I was kind of impressed by what they did to a good Iowa team on the ground, running for 250 plus. So maybe they found something there.
Buy or sell, Alex?
Yeah, I'm going to sell. I think they had a great chance to prove if they were national title caliber when Indiana came in, and they got beaten that game really straight up at home. So I think that was one of the big red flags for me. And then this is not the easiest schedule that you've ever seen. They got to play Minnesota on a Friday night.
Mm-hmm.
Then you got USC coming to town. They can lose that game, and then you got to go on the road to Washington.
Yeah.
So like Brett said, they could miss the playoff. And no, I don't think they're a national title team though. Just with everything that's gone on so far this year, and I think they're one of the middle of the pack teams in the Big Ten.
An interesting winding road to end the season for that Ducks team, as Alex highlights. Yeah. Minnesota, USC, Washington. That could be an interesting one. I do like Damon Williams a lot. Buy or sell, and Brett, these are not contending questions, so we can't ask this question today.
Okay.
LSU should make a quarterback change. I sell, and here's why. Garrett Nussmeier, as we know, is out of eligibility and hasn't looked right all year. It's unfortunate for him. He could have gone to the NFL draft last year, decided to come back. Whit Weeks on that Netflix documentary says that if he comes back, they're going to win a national championship and they're not even going to be in the playoff conversation in November. And his draft stock has taken a huge hit. But right now, Frank Wilson, the interim head coach for the Tigers, is debating playing Michael Van Buren and ripping a red shirt off of his career. He's only played 3 games to this point: Southeast Louisiana, Texas A&M, and Alabama. He's allowed to play 4 games this year. If I'm Michael Van Buren, I'm saying hell no. I'm not ripping a redshirt year away from my career just so I can finish off this crappy season when you're not going to be my coach next year. You probably won't even be here next year. Hell, I might not be here next year. I do like Van Buren. I think he should be the guy for the future for the Tigers. But if I'm an LSU fan, I don't want to waste him for the last 3 games of the season. Stick with Nussmeier. You've done it all season. He's not played well. He's banged up. I don't care. The banged up excuse at this point in the season is past me. If he was banged up, you would have sat him out after that Ole Miss game when he stunk it up and gone to Van Buren. You decided to stick with him. You are where you are now. Throwing Van Buren into this conversation is unfair to him and it's unfair to his career. So I sell that LSU should make a quarterback change. And half of it is selfish because I don't want to see a guy like Van Buren waste a year on this. But if you stuck with Nussmeier until November, I don't see why you should just now put another guy in a tougher spot because you messed up. I sell that LSU should make a quarterback change. Allie, buy or sell?
I mean, from LSU's perspective, I could say buy on this because they obviously need a change. So something like that could make a change for them. But yeah, you make a good point about Van Buren's perspective. But I mean, this season is a wash already. So is there anything worth saving at this point? I'm not sure. But I feel like they are going to to make a change if I were to guess.
Yeah, and I will say Frank Wilson did come out and say earlier this week that they're going to try to use him to win games. And again, I think that is horrible to Van Buren. I disagree with it. And if I were Van Buren, but that puts him in a tough spot.
You don't think
too.
they've had conversations with him? Hey, this is what we're thinking about doing.
Well, I'm sure they have, but that puts him in a tough situation. That's what I'm talking about. Hey, we want to play you the rest of the season. We want you to burn the red shirt.
But at the same time, if he had 3 like incredible games, it could put his name out there and put him on the map a little bit.
But I feel like he's the guy next year for
he's
LSU.
the future at LSU.
I think he's their guy next year.
Yeah.
So it's not like you necessarily need to see him do something. You saw him play at Mississippi
I just
State.
think LSU needs something positive right now in that fan base and with that team. And I think it's playing Van Buren. So I'm not playing Nussmeier another snap.
The positive is getting this season over with and starting brand new in the offseason. I don't think.
But you need something positive going in. Like a coach is going to see, hey, what does Van Buren have? Do I want to leave my current situation and go to coach down there and coach Van Buren? I feel like this is a good showcase for a lot of different things.
Van Buren had 1,800 yards, 12 what was it?
I mean, what if Nussmeier just comes out and says he's done? Like, then, I mean, you have no choice, right?
Then
what do you do in those situations?
Put the third string in.
I don't even know who that is. But
it's terrible, probably. Van Buren. But if you're
I feel like you've had a conversation with him.
Oh, that's what. But at the beginning of the season, Kelly told him they were going to redshirt him, and that's why they played him the way they did.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to redshirt him and say you're the next guy for the 3 years ahead,
like we did with Nico, right? Didn't we do the same thing with Nico?
Well, but yeah, Nico didn't transfer. He was already. Van Buren already burned a year of eligibility at Mississippi State last season. He played the.
So he gets one more game.
He has one more game to play this year. If he plays Saturday, that'll be his 4th. If he goes over that, he's burned a year.
Yeah.
And he's only thrown for 224 yards and 2 touchdowns this year.
Bowl game doesn't count, right?
I don't think the bowl game counts. No, I can't remember off the top of my head, but I think it's considered postseason play. But I think it would be malpractice for him to throw him out there. So a sell, a buy, sell, and a sell. Which one is yours, Alex?
I love your take, William. I sell. I mean, the LSU season is over. There's no point to. I get what Brett's saying, and they want to go out on a positive note, but you're already you're without a head coach.
Mm-hmm.
There's really no point, and I don't know. I think obviously Van Buren would be the better option if we were thinking LSU would have a chance at a playoff here, but I think there's really no point.
Yeah. I think it's a disservice to Van Buren.
Yeah, it's just and
puts him in a tough spot.
Not a smart move.
Yeah,
bowl game does not count as a red shirt, so he could play.
Buy or sell, Notre Dame can win a national championship. Per PFF, Carr has a big-time throw rate of 7.5%, and that's CJ Carr, the quarterback for the Fighting Irish. That ranks second nationally among quarterbacks with at least 200 dropbacks. Carr also has an average depth of target of 11.2 yards. That's also second nationally and has thrown just 4 interceptions all season. Now, we talked about it at the beginning of the year. We had a different phrase for Chris Ash, the defensive coordinator for this team. And that defense sucked in the month of September. Since then, the Fighting Irish have held all but one opponent, USC, to under 14 points. That includes wins over Arkansas, Boise State, NC State, and most recently Navy. I really like this Notre Dame team. Once again, I had them in the national championship last season before the college football playoff unfolded. I don't know if I'll have them this year because I've got to see the matchups, but Jeremiah Love is still a hell of a running back. Jadarian Price, still a hell of a running back. CJ Carr is going to be a future first-round pick here in a couple of years. He's playing like it. You've got Malachi Fields and Jaden Greathouse, 2 targets in your wide receiver room. And I think the defense has taken big strides. I think they can win a national championship. Marcus Freeman's proven to me that they can get to that game and be competitive. Ohio State slashed everyone last year until they ran in that Notre Dame team. And I get it. It was a little out of hand first half. But Notre Dame fought back and made that one a game very easily. Maybe not easily, but could have made that a game where they could have won if they were able to get a stop here or there. I think Notre Dame could win a national championship this season. I buy. Allie.
I want to sell, but I think I'll buy because I said that Oregon could potentially win a national championship. So I feel like I have to say the same about Notre Dame here. If they were in a similar situation as last season, though, would they be able to change the outcome of that? I'm not sure. I think that they can get to the national championship. I don't know if they can win, but anything's possible.
Buy or sell, Brett?
Sell, because I have Ohio State winning it all.
So buy. Wait.
No,
No,
So
yeah,
yeah,
you're right, sorry.
no, I mean, can they? I mean, I guess they could, but man, they could get upset this weekend though by Pitt as well. So they may not be in this scenario.
Perfect segue.
But yeah, I'll let Alex take it from here.
Sell. Pitt's going to beat them. Notre Dame's not in the playoff.
Boom.
12.5 point underdog are the Pitt Panthers.
I think that's
They win this. I'm telling you, they win these games.
I know they do, but that line,
I understand.
the line and the vibe.
And I'm
is
not.
what's
Listen,
messing
you're
me up.
probably not going to hear me have a hotter take for a while. And this is a Pitt take. So I mean, I've just jumped on the Pitt bandwagon.
But my thing is this: Pitt has 3 of these games left to go.
Yeah,
a Pitt win is beating Miami in Pittsburgh.
You're correct. But if Pitt wants to get in as an at-large team, if they don't like, they're going to have to. This is the game where it's at home. They win this game at home.
They don't seem to care though, or Narduzzi doesn't at least.
Listen, I think that's a Narduzzi weird tactic, and it's just that's who Narduzzi is.
Do you think that affects the spread? Him coming out and saying that?
Yes.
Drop that 2 points.
I don't know. I mean, that's just it's a Narduzzi thing to say. I think they've got the quarterback. They can stop the run. What's Notre Dame's best weapon? Jeremiah Love.
Yeah.
And Pitt can stop the run. And they got the home field. It's set up, and I understand. And the line's big enough to where, I mean, you get that underdog vibe at home. I think Pitt wins.
Okay. All right. Alex is calling a shot there.
Yeah. I mean, I've decided to go all in on this.
Okay. And I don't mind it either. I mean, I think Pitt is playing really good football. And I like the quarterback.
Can Notre Dame go on the road in the first round and beat one of these teams possibly? Not maybe like Georgia, but like they could be like an 8-9.
Today they'd be slated to go to Oregon.
Yeah.
Oh, they can certainly win that game, I think.
Yeah.
Well,
or Texas Tech.
With the way
Would
Notre
you like
Dame
them over Texas Tech?
That'd be a good one.
I think Texas Tech defense is really good though. Like Rodriguez would be up in the backfield a bunch. We'll mention Texas Tech. Buy or sell up next. Texas Tech can win the national championship. You laugh at that.
They're your team. You're a Red Raider through and through.
Texas Tech can win the national championship.
Okay. You love Mr. Rodriguez.
Guns up.
Guns up.
It all depends on one thing though. Baron Morton's
Tortillas?
health. Baron Morton's health. If Baron Morton gets banged up and he isn't able to play, he wasn't 100% on Saturday. And I thought that affected his mobility. He had negative 47
he can't get hurt
rush
either.
yards on 5 sacks. Can't do that.
Knock on wood. I don't want anybody hurt.
But look at this roster, and up and down, they've got a guy.
Yeah.
Quarterback, they've got a guy in Morton. Running back, Jacoby Williams and Cameron Dickey. They've got 2 of them. Terrence Carter at tight end is going to be an NFL player next year. The offensive line is solid as well, experienced. Defense, they've got the best player in the country defensively right now in Jacob Rodriguez. Jacob Rodriguez deserves to be in the Heisman conversation. Best player in the country defensively right now. Caleb Downs right behind him, but Rodriguez has the stats for it. And then David Bailey coming off the edge. He was one of the top guys in the portal. He's a monster. I think this is a team that can win, has the roster to do it. Now, do they have the experience and the coaching too? We'll have to see, but I think they can. I buy. Allie, buy or sell Texas Tech?
Sorry, William, I'm selling. They lost to Arizona State.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to be facing much more difficult opponents if they get into the playoffs. I think there's no way.
That was without Morton, though, right?
Morton was out, and Hammond played bad. And Arizona State did have Tyson and did have Sam Leavitt, but that was a bad loss for them.
But I mean, they're playing teams that they don't have the experience. They're not battle tested. I don't think there's any possible way.
Okay. Brett, what about you? Buy or sell the Red Raiders?
It's a tough one. I'll buy it.
Oh.
I'll buy it. I mean, again, all these teams are playing for second place. I'm just trying to get the 12 best teams in here to give you guys a chance. So they're one of the 12 best. I'll just leave it at that.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm going to sell because I have Ohio State winning. But I think so many people I feel like are sleeping on the Big 12 this year. Like, I really think the Big 12 is going to surprise some people in this playoff, and Texas Tech is going to surprise some people. Because I guarantee you go out there and you ask a majority of people who follow college football nationally, I don't know if they can name Texas Tech's quarterback. I don't.
Yeah.
So I think that's something that just they're not getting the love right now.
Yeah.
And that loss to Arizona State doesn't help. But like you said, they paid for the roster to win a national championship this offseason. So I think they definitely have the names to get it done. But I think they're going to be one of those surprises to the national audience when it comes playoff time.
Yeah. All right. Buy or sell, the Heisman Trophy will be given to the winner of the Big Ten championship game, not the SEC. And I buy this. I think it'll either be Julian Sayin or Fernando Mendoza that wins the Heisman Trophy this season. Sayin has been really, really good over the last 6 games. Continues to impress and surpass a lot of people's expectations. Mendoza, I think, has the Heisman moment, though. Sayin hasn't had a game where he's been in that. And maybe that's the Big Ten championship where he does. But Mendoza, what he did last week, I get it. It was Penn State. But Penn State's still a very talented team on the road in a rocking environment. And in a minute 15, he drove down the field 80 yards and scored. That was a Heisman moment if I've ever seen one. I think he's a little bit of a cornball, but I do think he can play football. And I like him to win the Heisman right now. But I would agree, the winner of that Big Ten championship game takes the Heisman, not to an SEC player. Allie, buy or sell?
Yeah, buy here. I agree. I think it'll go to one of those two, also leaning Mendoza. But yeah, definitely buy.
Brett, Marcel Reed, and Ty Simpson most likely going to be in that SEC championship game. They're up for Heisman consideration. Would you give them a chance in that SEC championship to maybe claim a Heisman, or are you buying?
This is one of those two guys. I think as much as I love my other quarterbacks, Pavia and Haynes King and what they're doing, I think Sayin's going to win it though.
Haynes King. We'll continue. Buy or sell?
Buy. It's Fernando Mendoza's Heisman to lose. And does it have to be? Is the stipulation of this question? Does it have to be the winner of the Big Ten championship or somebody who plays in it?
He just thinks though.
Well, I feel like if you lose the Big Ten championship,
if Mendoza wins that, he's got to have a Heisman game. That's the only way, because they're not going to do anything.
That's the thing. I don't know. I don't think Indiana beats Ohio State. No, but I think it's Mendoza's Heisman to lose, no matter what.
That's interesting.
Okay, I like that. By the way,
because he's got the moment. I don't think he needs to beat Ohio State to win the Heisman.
Really?
I really don't. No, because
he can't play a bad game.
No, I don't think he'll play. I think it's going to be one of the. I mean, it's set up. It's going to be 1 versus 2. It's going to be one of the games of the year.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be one of those games where you can make an argument for either. I just think with the body of work that Mendoza's put in this year with that team, I'm not going to knock Sayin for having 3 NFL wide receivers, but I just think he's got the moment. I think it's Mendoza's Heisman to lose.
Here's how the top 4 will go. Big Ten champion will be the number 1 seed.
Yeah.
SEC champion will be 2. Big Ten loser will be 3. SEC.
Would they knock Indiana off for losing Ohio State if it's like close?
Hold on. Number 1 will be the Big Ten champion.
Yeah.
Number 2 will be the SEC champion. Number 3 will be the loser of the Big Ten. Number 4 will be the loser of the SEC.
Well, I mean, I kind of disagree, but
how would you?
They have them at 2 now, right?
I know, but if you win your conference, that carries a lot of weight.
I think Indiana stays at 2 if it's close.
Would you agree with that?
No, your ranking. I like Indiana at 3 and the SEC title winner.
Yeah, I think they value that.
Allie, what about you?
I agree with you. Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, Brett.
No, that's fine. Bring it.
We'll head to the phones. We've got Matthew in Dallas on the line. He interacted with one of my tweets last night about my joy being lost. Matthew, how are you?
I'm not here to rub it in. You know where I stand on that, William. It's time to have the conversation. It started in the off season last year, and it's been spread into this year. You know where I stand on that. So I'll ask the question: are you buying that the Grizzlies are going to be rebuilding next year?
I don't know. That's tough. I'll sell right now. I don't think they're going to move off Morant and Jackson. They'll move off this Isolo idiot that has come in here and attempted to coach basketball for 25 games and has a losing record in doing so. And the Grizzlies' net rating right now is the lowest it's been since the Grizzlies moved to Memphis. And that is a direct correlation of a coach that's over his skis, is an analytical nerd, and does not understand proper rotations and how to get the best out of his team. I think that's the issue. Because last night, Matthew, Morant was not available, and the product was still the same. Lethargic offensively, awful defensively, and you're down by 30 in the third quarter for the second straight night. So I sell.
Something's got to change, but that's not why I called in. I just wanted to heckle you a little bit with that.
Yeah.
I do have a question kind of going into your buying and selling today here. Brett and I were joking about it. I think there's no argument to be made. I think the argument that stands is JP Estrella is your third best player. He should be in the starting lineup, in my opinion. The question I will ask you as a buy or sell, are you buying that Bishop Boswell will still be in the starting lineup come conference play? And I'll hang up with that thought.
Great question.
Great question there, Matthew. We appreciate that. I talked about it yesterday. I sell. I think that Troy Henderson will end up maybe at least, I don't know, starting. Maybe Boswell starts the first 4 minutes, but I think Henderson will get the bulk of the minutes alongside Gillespie, because I think Barnes is going to soon realize when you take this team up to Las Vegas and you play Houston and they swarm you defensively and you don't have any offense because you can't shoot, you're going to have to put shooters out there. And Boswell, I know he's 3 of 5 on the season, but that's not a guy that's drawing any attention. Henderson at least has a quick trigger. Henderson's a guy that, didn't shoot well against Northern Kentucky, went 1 of 6, but the volume is what I like. A guy that's confident to do it. Last night, knocked in a triple, had an opportunity, fired one up. The confidence, the volume I like. And I think Gillespie is so valuable as a shooter, being your best one on the team, you're not going to have a choice but to run him in off-ball sets. I don't think Boswell is the guy that demands enough attention up top that's going to get you into those. So I sell right now. And that I've been Team Henderson over Boswell since the summer. I'll stick with it now. And I think you're starting to see Henderson get more minutes on this team as well. Buy or sell on that, Allie?
Well, which one's buy, which one's sell?
So are you buying that Boswell will be the starter in conference play?
I'm buying because I think Barnes really values him and really values the defensive impact that he adds. I don't know if that'll be swayed. I feel like Rick Barnes is a little bit stubborn sometimes, and he really likes Bishop Boswell. So,
buy or sell on that, Alex?
I'm going to sell, but I like Allie's point. Bishop Boswell, obviously Rick Barnes is a big Bishop Boswell fan, but he's got to score. Mm-hmm. That's the problem, like you said, William. So that's why I'm selling. I think it is going to be Troy. And last night we saw him, I think, get some of the earliest run that he's had in these first few games. So you're starting to see Barnes go to those rotation guys off the bench a little bit earlier. And here comes Henderson rising to the top a little bit. Didn't have his best night last night, but, he's going to have more chances to make an impact. And I think he's going to have a few breakout games here, maybe against some of these lesser opponents, or maybe you see him, go off against one of the more highly touted non-conference teams to get himself into that conversation to start.
Brett.
I'm a big Boswell guy. I think he brings that Maycheck element to the team, and that's what you need. He's a bigger guard. I don't think you can necessarily start 2 6'1" dudes with these bigger guards that are in this in the conference and that you're going to see in the non-conference. I think physically you need that tougher guy on the perimeter, and I think he can he litters the stat sheet, with rebound, steals, and I think he's your best defender, and Barnes really likes that. We wanted more offense last year all the time. We wanted Gainey to start, but he stuck with Maycheck, and I think he's going to stick with Boswell, and, I think it's going to be Boswell for the foreseeable future.
All right. Big Boswell Brett. Triple B.
That's right.
Is buying Boswell. Good question from Matthew and Dallas. When we come back, we'll hit a quick break. And in just a little bit, we've got our National Kindness Day segment. Looking forward to that one. Stay right here. It's Playbook presented by VIP Play.
For the fans, by the fans. This is Fan Run Radio, Knoxville.
Hey, Vols fans, Cody Brown here. I grew up right here in Tennessee and know what it means when someone says, I've got your back. That's why you can trust Farm Bureau Insurance of Tennessee. Whether it's your home, your vehicle, your family's future, or the business you built from the ground up, we will show up for all of your insurance needs. We are Tennesseans who understand what matters, which is doing right by you. Insurance is not all about just paperwork and policies, but it's about the people we insure every day. So if you want insurance that hits home, give me a call at 865-992-3871. Go Vols.
Hi, this is Bo Kregner from the Kregner Group at Realty Executives. And I know there's a lot of choices here in East Tennessee when it comes to choosing a realtor. Here's why the Kregner Group is different. At the Kregner Group, our motto is walking by faith, serving others. It's how I live my life. It's how I run my business. Here at the Kregner Group, we're committed to doing real estate the right way. Faith, honesty, integrity. The Kregner Group. Call me anytime at 865-742-1035 or visit my website at boknowshouses.com.
This football season, crack open a cold beer that doesn't fumble the flavor. Garage Beer is 100% beer-flavored beer. No gimmicks, just cold beer. Co-owned by the Kelsey brothers and brewed right here in the Volunteer State, Garage Beer is perfect for fall fire pits and Tennessee tailgates. So pick up a 12-pack today of the official beer of Football Fridays on Fan Run Radio. Garage Beer, 100% beer-flavored beer.
In a world filled with deadlines and screens, sometimes we forget the simple joys of life, days filled with special moments. At Inward Half, we understand the essence of these moments. Feel the difference between our breathable fabrics and flexible apparel as you disconnect from the hustle and bustle and reconnect with what truly matters. Inward Half. Simple luxury for on and off the course.
Vol fans, reimagine your home at Broadway Carpets and Flooring for any remodeling or building needs. With a variety of carpets, rugs, hardwood, vinyl, and stone, Broadway has all the flooring and installation options you're looking for, including pet-resistant products like Pet Perfect Carpet from Shaw Floors. Visit their showroom in downtown Knoxville or the location in West Knoxville located on Kingston Pike near Pellissippi Parkway today.
Welcome to Axle Logistics, where excellence isn't just a goal, it's an energy. As a leading third-party logistics company, Axle is powered by an award-winning culture built on a work hard, play hard mentality. Here, the drive for success is contagious and hard work never goes unnoticed. Whether you're just starting out or looking to level up, Axle Logistics is the place to launch your career. Join us and take your ambition to the stars. To learn more, visit axlelogistics.com.
All right, back here on the Playbook presented by VIP Play. We appreciate you hanging out with us on this National Kindness Day from Knoxville, Tennessee. Coming up in about 24 minutes, it's The Drive with Russell Smith, Bob Baskerville, the Bear, and Walker Smith, no relation. And they're going to round out your Thursday. This week has flown by, folks.
4 kind people right there.
Yeah. Oh, great, Brett.
So true.
Look how Brett's growing up in front of our eyes. At 102, it was mean. At 104, it was mean. And now at 236, it's all kindness. Getting ready for our big segment coming up.
Yeah, I am. Warming it up. Depending on what it is. Yeah. I'm nervous about it.
Yeah. Well, that's why I wanted to gatekeep it. So like I didn't have like structured, pre-scripted comments, you know?
Yeah, because I have a laundry list in my bag of people, but I'm interested to see where you go with this, though.
Yeah.
You might have the same.
I'm going to throw you off on the first one.
Oh gosh.
I'm going to start off. I'm going to throw it off, and then we'll get into it.
Interesting.
But I don't want to say too much.
Okay.
The Drive's got Josh Elander on today, by the way. So make sure to listen to that. 5:20. He's coming on The Drive, his first radio appearance on Fox Sports Knoxville.
It's going to be awesome.
Yeah, so looking forward to hearing that. A guy that deserved to get the job, got the job, and now we'll hear what he'll have to say.
I saw a mic'd up thing like a Tennessee baseball account put out.
Yes.
That was pretty awesome.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
Just giving it to people and stuff like that.
Did y'all both interview him recently? Or were you there? I know
Trevor
Allie
was there. The other Beacon guy. We just went to the press conference.
Yeah.
At the scrimmage at Sunday. Yeah.
Wasn't a sit down.
I'm sorry. I should interview. I said interview. I should have said,
So with the new stuff being built, are they going to still interview him in the batting cages? Like,
that's where it was. Yeah.
I know, but is it still going to do that once they're done? Like, did they build like a interview room?
That's where they've always done media.
I was just wondering if they built anything new.
Like,
for them to actually sit down and.
I don't think so.
I don't know. I mean, remember MLB used to do? They just go in the coach's office.
They still do it.
They still do that.
They still do that for some people. Yeah, I know the
Pirates do that. Coach is just sitting there drinking a beer. And
I like it.
They're interviewing them.
I'm a fan.
Baseball's so chill.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
it's my favorite sport to cover.
What you guys need to ask him next time is: has anyone asked about the beard? I'm sure someone has. Yeah.
Well, not in that presser, but yeah, that would be interesting.
Questions by media are always, you only have so many of them, so you have to make sure you're making the most of it. I was reading the transcript this morning for the SEC coaches teleconference yesterday, some idiot asked Josh Heupel, "What do you think of the Alabama-Oklahoma game?" And he gave a 5-word response. Going to be a great game. Two great teams.
Literally so dumb. Why would you waste?
Why
time with that?
bother?
Yeah.
Why bother
That's so
asking something
annoying.
so stupid?
I feel like people don't. Sometimes people. We have
Well,
to
was
do
he
a,
a writer for Tennessee or something, or was he covering Alabama and Oklahoma? Then it's you played both those opponents.
Yeah, but like, I just get mad.
I mean, I guess when you lose to them,
I get mad when I listen to these press conferences and people ask dumb questions.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying I'm some like,
I mean, I can see it
press
both ways.
conference
That
pro.
question, but you can see it both ways, right?
No.
But if you're talking to Josh Heupel, he's not. You're talking to Josh Heupel the week of a game. He's not going to give
Well, New Mexico. But
he's not going to give a damn.
What are you supposed to ask Josh Heupel on the week of New Mexico State, though?
You also got to know who you're talking to. I mean, Heupel's not going to answer that question.
I mean,
that's an offensive.
Two really
question
good
if
football
anything.
teams.
That's so irrelevant for Josh. Yeah.
I don't know.
He's only coaching the conference and say he's played both those teams though right now, right? I mean, I don't know. You'd have to go back and look, but like I feel like that is.
But even if I don't know. SEC Media Days always makes me mad too.
And does Florida have like 1,000 people out again this week? Did you see an availability?
Eugene
report?
Wilson. Eugene Wilson.
I remember last week they had like 50 guys on their injury report.
Well, Kentucky added to it too. They had a combined 25 guys on the out list on Wednesday last week.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I meant to look at that because I remember seeing the one last week. And of course, they're playing Ole Miss. I just didn't see it come across.
Yeah, Eugene Wilson III out for the season. He suffered
season?
a foot injury over the weekend. Now this is the third straight season he has suffered a season-ending injury.
Man, that's tough.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow.
Hell of a player, good kid. Dallas Wilson also out for them. Tank Hawkins packing it up. So the spread came out today for Tennessee and Florida.
Oh, it did?
Tennessee 5.5 point favorite on the road.
Wow.
Honestly, that's one of the highest Tennessee's been
on the road. In a long time.
What was it at Arkansas last year?
10.5 because I bet it.
Yeah.
I think it was 2.5 when Tennessee went 2 years ago. 2023. I think
That
it was
sounds about
2.5.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I bet that one too. I've since gone away from doing that kind of crap. I've only been on Tennessee 2 or 3 times this year.
I'm going to be interested in that
Tennessee,
one next
Oklahoma. Week. Tennessee, Georgia that was a 3-unit play. And we covered the 3.5 number. We covered the 3.5.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so
Okay.
that was
I didn't
significant
know.
to some. Yeah. All right. Well, I wanted to kind of kill some time for a second before we have our National Kindness Day segment, so we'll do that when we return. Stay right here. It's the Playbook presented by VIP Play, and when we come back, a very special segment to talk about some of our favorite Tennessee players and coaches. Stay right here. It's the Playbook on Fan Run Radio.
Check out our new and improved website at fanrunradio.com.
Hey, folks, if you're in need of a lawyer, you need to call my friend Jerry Givens. I've known Jerry since high school and can personally vouch for him. He's East Tennessee through and through, and if you're going through a divorce, bankruptcy, or a DUI case, you'll need someone you can trust on your side to help you navigate the local legal system. You can trust Jerry Givens. Call the law offices of Jerry Givens today at 865-801-9250 to schedule your free consultation. That's 801-9250.
Barley's has live music on weekends, general team trivia on Wednesday nights at 8 p.m., and now live sports trivia courtesy of the Knoxville Trivia Guys every Thursday night upstairs. The game starts at 7 p.m. and is free to play for everyone, so head on down to the Old City and show off your sports knowledge and win gift cards to Barley's. Use those gift cards to buy some delicious food and drinks, and you can take it all in with their wide selection of TVs and indoor projectors. Barley's Tap Room and Pizzeria.
When it's past high noon, it's time for a vodka soda made with a vodka you've actually heard of. I'm talking White Claw vodka soda made with White Claw premium vodka. JB Smooth only drinks vodka soda made with the world's smoothest vodka.
And you can too. Pick you up a bottle of the triple wave filtered vodka that's been distilled 5 times. White Claw Premium Vodka comes in 4 flavors: black cherry, mango, pineapple, and just vodka. You haven't had vodka like this. No one has. White Claw Premium Vodka. Please drink responsibly.
All right, back here on the Playbook, presented by VIP Play. Coming up in about 15 minutes, it's The Drive. Russell Smith, Bob Baskerville, The Bear, Walker Smith, Josh Elander coming on at 5:20. Make sure to tune into that. Got to adjust my chair real quick. Hold on. There we go. There's a little line right here. It trips me up. Okay.
What is on this?
Yeah, this is who I assume to see on the
screen.
graphic.
National Kindness Day, everyone.
This is exactly
And we've got
what I
some
was
former friends on the graphic. Oh, who would have thought? All right. So, in the spirit of National Kindness Day, we will do an exercise where we have to say something nice about Tennessee-related people. So, I gate-kept these today because I didn't want people here to, script something out, figure out what we're going to do. So we will go down the list. The first one we're going to talk about.
How many you got?
We'll see how many we can get through.
Okay. Well, I was just curious how many you thought of.
They're a good bit.
Okay. I mean, yeah.
Josh Heupel. Say something nice about Josh Heupel. Josh Heupel has brought back this program to a winning standard and has brought them back to the national level. Done an incredible job with the Tennessee football team. Happy National Kindness Day to Josh Heupel. Allie, something nice about Josh Heupel.
Yeah, he brought back a program that was at times used to winning 3 games a season. Now we're expecting a whole lot more than that, and a lot of it is due to him. We also share the same birthday, so it's pretty cool.
Oh, wow.
There
There you go.
There you go.
Brett,
I wonder if he likes potatoes like you do. Too.
Oh,
Probably.
That'd be something to
Because he's
inquire.
from North,
Yeah.
where's it, North Dakota?
Yeah.
They probably have to love potatoes. Up there. Oh, Heupel, where do I start with you, old buddy, old pal? You've definitely brought the program back. You got us to a number 1 ranking even. You turned this. I don't know. Yeah, you're just. I'm trying. I'm so frustrated with this. Yeah, no. He got
Kindness.
he had to put up with Nico and Boo Carter and different things like that. And he's brought Tennessee football back to a fun brand of football. I'm thankful for. Is it thankful or kind?
Kind. Just be kind.
I'm kind. Heupel.
You're kind to Heupel.
I'm
There you go.
kind to
There you
Heupel.
go.
Alex, something nice
God, that
about
was
Josh
hard.
Heupel.
What?
He brought a standard to town, and I think that's the most important thing. You saw it last year with Nico. If you're not a part of the Power T, then you can leave. So I think there's an identity for Tennessee, and that's something that I think they didn't have for a little bit. So yeah, there's a standard, and it's an SEC one, and it's one that he hopes can compete for a national title year in and year out. So pretty
Allie?
basic, but
Allie had something else extra of kind to add.
Well, actually, Alex just said it. I was going to say he set a precedent and put his foot down last year. So I think that's extremely admirable.
All right, Josh Heupel, happy National Kindness Day. Nico Iamaleava. Nico, I think, is a family guy, and I'm so happy for him that he got
Too
to
much
be
so.
reunited with his family
These can't be
in Los
sarcastic.
Angeles.
Oh, yeah.
So, family guy, Nico Iamaleava. National Kindness Day to you, Allie. Nico.
He was on a team that upset Penn State.
Oh, that is very good. That is true.
Got a coach fired. Good job.
Brett, that's not
Okay.
kind. Something kind about Nico.
I guess he kind of brought a swag to the program. He led us to a playoff appearance.
Yeah.
I felt like he was our best player in that playoff performance. Played hard. Yeah, I kind of miss the guy.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, wow.
Kind of miss the guy.
Wow.
I think it was more so his father that caused the issues.
Wow.
Yeah.
Very sweet. Touching Kindness Day comment. Alex, something nice.
I like him because he's a future Pittsburgh Steeler.
Oh.
I like him because he's the future
Wow,
of the
you
Pittsburgh
see him in the
Steelers
black and
quarterback
gold?
position. They've been scouting him over these past few weeks, and he's
Interesting.
coming into the North Shore here.
Wow. Okay.
All right. Next up, Jonas Adu, the former, and I know Brett's going to have so much positive to say about this one. I think Jonas did a great job managing his money and taking the best opportunity elsewhere. So congrats to Jonas Adu for making a smart money decision.
He was on the roster for one of my classes and didn't show up a single day. So he's really enjoying his
Wow.
college experience, managing his time well, and always had fun hairstyles. So
Yeah, true.
He did. Yes.
Brett, this might be long-winded, but
No, I'll keep it short and sweet because that's what he deserves. He got a raw deal here, and I don't appreciate it. I think he gave he gave a lot to the program. He had a rough ending, but I think he deserved a better ending than he got. I appreciate Jonas. I miss him a lot, and you're one of my favorites, Jonas. Keep doing big things, buddy.
Oh,
Yeah, I echo Brett's sentiment. He was on one of 3 teams in this school's history to go to an Elite Eight.
Yeah,
and he was that scoring presence that I referenced earlier. I don't know if Tennessee's had a guy.
No shame getting dominated by Edie. No shame.
That was not a pretty sight, but no, I think
it's teetering on the
gotta
level.
give Jonas his flowers here.
All right, next up, Butch Jones. I thought Butch Jones always brought a level of enthusiasm to the program, and you can tell he really wanted it. So that's I never questioned his drive. He was always fired up and driven.
Okay.
His team has 5 wins this year, so
They've won 5 times. Very good.
big stuff.
5 wins. That's impressive, Brett.
He brought the bricks. Hopefully, he took them with him. He coached one of my favorite players of all time, Josh Dobbs. Love that guy. Jawan Jennings, Kamara. So makes it so sad. Okay, he shows a lot of emotion. I love that. He's got one of the greatest plays in Tennessee football history with the Hail Mary last time we beat Georgia. So got to appreciate a guy that beats Georgia. So keep doing big things there, Butch.
All right.
Butch Jones. So Butch Jones gave me one of my favorite college football memories.
Okay.
I believe it was 2016. I was at West Virginia against Kansas State in Morgantown. There was a Tennessee fan in the middle of a West Virginia tailgate, full Tennessee gear with a Fire Butch Jones sign. It was just such a out of place thing to see, but remember the Fire Butch Jones signs everywhere.
Is that positive? Is that kind?
Well, it was one of my favorite memories.
Okay. So it's one of your favorite memories.
He brought me that enjoyment of seeing, just how upset Tennessee fans were that Butch Jones was their coach.
Okay.
All the way in Morgantown, West Virginia.
There you go. A good spin right there. All right, next up, our old buddy, Henry Toto. He used to play linebacker here, then made a smart decision to go to Alabama. I think Toto is a really good linebacker in college, and that's why he's now in the NFL, a part of a stout defense for the Texans.
Good job.
Amazing last name. That's all I got.
Toa.
There you
go.
Kindness.
I'm trying to think. He's one. Oh man, I don't even know what to say about this guy. He was a good linebacker.
Yeah, there you go. Good.
I love D'Amico Ryans in that Texans defense, and he's one of the key parts of that. So, sure, Henry Toto. There you go.
Okay. All right, we'll go Lane Kiffin. Now, I feel like Kiffin has, and this will be I think Kiffin has changed his life for the better, and he has grown up as a person, and I feel like he's pretty well liked across the country. And what happened here in Knoxville, I think he's graduated from. So that is a more sincere one. I do think he has changed his life for the better, Lane Kiffin.
He's very entertaining, keeps it interesting every week, and I will always admire how he made fun of Kirby Smart's timeout.
All right.
I miss the guy. If there comes a day when we have an opening, that's my first call. I don't blame a guy for chasing his dreams, and USC at the time was his dream job, and the timing didn't work out very well. But yeah, I can't say a bad thing about that guy. I miss him.
Okay.
Yeah, I think Lane Kiffin's one of the best characters in college football, without a doubt.
Yeah.
I love seeing what he's doing at Ole Miss. Love the energy that he brings. Love the SIP merch. So many storylines. There's a reason there's an ESPN documentary on the guy.
Yeah. His kid's named Knox too, right?
Yeah. So I just,
he loves it here.
His children are making headlines.
Oh yeah, they are.
Yeah. So great guy. Love Lane.
All right, we've got 2 more. Let's go quick on this one, and then the last one will be a little bit, and we'll see.
Okay.
Chase Burns, former Tennessee pitcher who decided to
switching sports
get up and leave. The positive thing, my kind words to Burns, he's found his footing in the MLB. That's very difficult to do. Not a whole lot of players can do that. So my kind thing is he's found his footing in the MLB.
Yeah, same. Really incredible pitcher and really making a name for himself really early on.
Yeah.
Yeah, another guy that gave us all to the Vols and started that run to Omaha for us, and did what the coaches asked him to do. wanted to be a starter, but went to the bullpen for the betterment of the team. And he could sling that baseball.
There you go. All right, real quick.
It's hard because he's in my division in the NL Central. I saw him pitch in Pittsburgh. He struck out 10 Pirates, one of the electric guy in the big leagues. Really pumped to see what he does in Cincinnati.
All right, finally, National Kindness Day, folks. Remember that. Tim Banks and the Tennessee defense this year. I think that it is full of talented players and guys that are going to be good players in the NFL. That is my positive, kind thing to say about this Tennessee defense. Allie, Tim Banks and the Tennessee defense.
He has, was he a part of Jermon McCoy's recruitment?
Yeah. Brought Jermon McCoy here. I like that. Brett, positive thing, kind thing to say about Tim Banks and
should
this
have done
Tennessee
this last
defense.
year, man. It would have been so much better. He's a good dude, and I'm glad he stepped in the mic finally.
All right.
Tim Banks isn't the reason this defense is struggling. It's the injuries.
Okay, there we go. So much kindness on this National Kindness Day from Knoxville,
You put
Tennessee.
together a great show, William.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Oh, well, is that? Are you throwing me in the same list as all these guys saying that?
I mean, you were on my list.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. All right, good stuff, folks. Coming up next, it's The Drive. Josh Elander joins at 5:20, so make sure to stick around right here on Fan Run Radio. For Brett Hullander, Alex Sargent,